Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Show.
It's a show that's more exciting than the finale of a Jack Reacher novel. How you doing, everybody? Elks getting ready for the big game against the Riders on Saturday. The Hlinka Gretzky Cup starts on Monday here in little old E-Town. In the first hour of the show, we're going to give away a 10-pack of tickets to the tournament. So it's a 10-pack. So you get tickets to 10 games, 2 tickets to 10 games. So that's a pretty good deal.
So, for instance,
we're going to have a trivia question.
You and I could go.
Yes, if we had the
with
pack.
This winning ticket pack.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
2 tickets to 10 games. So we're going to give that away. Ref Week will continue. We have had an absolute blast doing Ref Week already. We've had Perry Stothard on the show, longtime local basketball official who's also done games, on the FIBA circuit over the years. We had Rob Skaggs on the show, current CFL back judge and Edmontonian. Yesterday, we had Calgary's Drew Fisher and Coaldale's Michael Barwegan, who respectively were a referee and an assistant referee at the FIFA World Cup. They work MLS games, incredible stories. Today, what we wanted to do is we like variety if we can. We're going to do football today and maybe a little bit of flag football.
Well, I think mostly flag.
Mostly flag
honest,
football. Yeah. Scott Woloshin coming in to talk about developing refs for Football Canada, and I think he worked. Was he on the field or part of an event with one of the greatest football players of all time recently?
He was the head referee.
He was the head referee
of my B athlete from our Letters of Athletes, the GOAT, the greatest to ever play quarterback.
Mine too.
And Benny's, that's right, Tom Brady. He was on the field with him.
He was on the field with Tom Brady.
I might just touch him.
That's an incredible story. So we'll have that coming up. Jed Roberts will be on the show, one of our regulars here on EST and the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. I'm sure he's excited about how the Elks are doing, and we'll see where else we meander. Infantino's in a little bit of hot water.
Go figure.
Go figure with Infantino. I'm excited tonight. Going to a movie with Mark Mageau and Corey Graham from the MCTV podcast. Incredible podcast that's you can get right here on EST.
Hey, Reid.
As well as other platforms. Yes, Mr. Ben Thompson at the technical desk.
Norman Osborn was a character in the movie Spider-Man. What company did he own?
Oscorp.
Correct.
A little bit of Spider-Man trivia. Oscorp is also in the comics and the video games, I believe.
So that was easy?
I would consider, for Spider-Man trivia, I would consider that one of the easier questions you could get. Yes.
Okay. I'll find
You're going to keep finding questions for me throughout the course of the show. Spider-Man.
Oh, is this something you're going to do?
That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
He just tells me, he goes like, hey, like randomly throughout the show, just ask me Spider-Man trivia. Okay.
Rip City Step just saw the film. He thinks Reid is in for a real treat tonight.
Okay.
You know that Gene Simmons once asked me Spider-Man trivia. I've told you this story.
Yes. Wasn't he in town promoting Rock Band?
He was promoting the Gene Simmons band. He was coming to Edmonton.
Right.
And at Ched, all the hosts got asked, does anybody want to interview Gene Simmons? And nobody said anything. So I said, I'll do it. And they said, well, you got to come in like at 9 or 10. I said, well, I'll do it. And he was like 2 hours late.
Classic rock
10-minute
star.
interview, and then somehow it came up that I was into comics, and he's like, can I ask you some Spider-Man trivia? I'm like, okay. And I got the first 2 right, and I don't think he expected me to. So then I think he was like, oh, this guy knows his stuff. And then the fourth and the fifth questions were quite obscure. I think I kind of got one half right, but he had them ready to go.
Can I ask you a question about Spider-Man?
Yes.
I'm sorry in advance. What's the allure? Because, does Spider-Man ever die?
He has, yeah, sort of.
But like, isn't it the same story over and over again?
Somewhat. Thematically, it's the same story over and over again. But you could argue, isn't there some argument that there's only like 7 types of stories or 5 types of stories?
But this is like, what is it? The 11th Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, there's been a lot now. 3, 2, 4. I guess it's the 9th one.
Now, this is coming from a...
Oh, but then count the animated ones. Yeah, it would be the 11th one. The Spider-Verse ones I sometimes forget to count.
This is coming from a non-movie going guy.
Yes.
Okay. I'm definitely not a superhero guy. Is like he has superpowers.
He does.
So
He's bitten by a radioactive spider, in fact.
Does he continually get bitten by this spider?
No, it happened once. It happened
That's all
once.
it takes. So his
powers, blood, his DNA, whatever was altered. His body was altered.
In perpetuity.
Right.
So, wouldn't it be exciting if you went to one of these and he died?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't that be...
Generally in these types of films, generally in movies in general, the main character does not perish in the film.
Because it's a one-off. Most movies are one-offs.
I would not say most movies are one-off. There were several Die Hard films. There have been several James Bond films. There have been several other...
Sure.
There have been Superman films. There have been Batman films. There have been Mission Impossible
most
films.
Movies
There's been...
are one-offs.
In these days... I don't know.
Maybe that's a problem in general.
Yeah, there's a lot of sequels.
With movies. Like Happy Gilmore 2 should not have been made. But we live in a world of...
Did he die? Was there ever the threat of him dying?
I didn't see it. Chubbs Peterson died in the
first one. You would. What are you asking? What's your position?
Okay, how many times are you going to see the same storyline? Okay, Spider-Man goes up against bad guy.
Yes.
A, bad guy B, bad guy C.
Right.
11 times over. And, Spider-Man, he's in a pickle.
Yeah.
He may not make it.
Yeah, like Reacher.
And then Spider-Man comes out and is victorious.
Reacher's done it about 24 times in all the books. How many times did the Hardy Boys get through it? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm just bitching.
I don't understand.
Maybe I'm not even making a question to you. Maybe I'm just making a general comment about movies that just seems redundant. There's been 11 movies about the same character.
Yes. Well, different actors, different approaches. But yes, there is some repetition to the lore of Spider-Man. Somebody who put in the chat, somebody said it's sometimes more about Peter Parker than Spider-Man. A big part of the Spider-Man lore, and I resumed reading The Amazing Spider-Man, I think in 2018, after reading it from 1983 to 1998, and then going back and reading some of the stories in the gap. One of the big overarching themes of Spider-Man is that he is living with a great deal of guilt, and that he is trying to
because of his grandfather
deal with that because of Uncle Ben
his
uncle
who was killed
because of his negligence
by a driver or something, right?
He was shot by a burglar.
Yeah,
who Spider-Man could have arrested earlier in the story
at the wrestling match.
Right? Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Or leaving the office of the wrestler. Yeah, of the wrestling promoter. So a lot of it plays on his guilt, his feelings of inadequacy, his struggle to try to keep everybody in his life happy, his struggle to be a great Spider-Man and a great student and a great boyfriend and a great nephew and a great friend and all this kind of stuff. That's an ongoing theme of the movies. Sometimes, yes, it is presented in an unoriginal and tiring fashion. Some stories just really capture it or do it uniquely, or just have a really good story about it.
You see what your dad wrote in the chat?
I did.
He said, "Who pissed in glue guy's cornflakes?" Well, I'm not. I just don't. I don't get it. I'm sorry,
Dr. Octopus.
You know what?
Yeah, but we know you don't get it. But don't watch them.
I don't watch them. Okay. So is the allure for you that it's a different villain every time?
I don't know. The allure for me, I guess the villains can be interesting. Like the villains can help. Like I've always liked Doc Ock. The best Spider-Man movie has Doc Ock as a villain. The allure for me is that I like this character. I've liked this character since I was a little kid. Like even before I was in school, I looked at Spider-Man stuff. I don't know how much I read. I find the character interesting. I find the lore interesting. I like trying to stay up to date on it. And as you know, I like being passionate about things. I like having interests. I find nothing... There is nothing or very few things I find less appealing from another human being if I'm having a conversation with them and I say, what are you into? Or what are some of your interests? And they don't have an answer. So this is something I'm interested in.
This is your interest.
So yes, I like it. And I also choose to continue being interested in it because that's who I want to be.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's to each their own, right? I'm just saying. I don't understand.
But they don't. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to understand them. I would just say don't watch them then. I mean, there's a huge suspension of disbelief required for comic books. A guy gets bitten by a radioactive spider and gets powers. A guy can shoot laser beams out of his eyes. A guy can read your mind. A guy can get angry and turned into a gigantic green beast in a matter of seconds. I mean, you got to be able to roll with it.
Okay. Would it piss you off if I watched it?
No.
Would you be like, stay in your lane?
No, it would not bother me if you watched it.
This sounds like Hangout, Jay.
What's that? Pissing people off?
Well, just not Reid Wilkins, Jay. This is a different Jay.
It is funny. I was talking to Hernan prior to the show, and I said, I'm gonna
stir this up.
I'm gonna stir the pot. I'm in a pot stirring mood. I really couldn't care less. If you want to watch a movie, go watch a movie. I just had to try and I listened to your hit on the morning show this morning.
I enjoy talking about it, so I'm fine talking.
Yeah, I didn't want to steal your enthusiasm for this. I just wanted to try poke holes. Hand up. That's all I was trying to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get there's certainly clearly it's if you can look at it, it's an absurd premise if you want to boil it down to that. I mean, it's not remotely based on anything factual. Mm-hmm. It's not like, there's that one time a guy got bitten by a radioactive horse and started neighing. What if we took that to the next level, but with a spider? It's not based on anything except imagination. But the best of these movies still make it a human story, some sort of human struggle.
Of course.
So Batman's an orphan and he's rich, but he's bogged down and he lives in this corrupt city and he's got to fight that.
Are there different directors?
Yes. Who directed them all? Sam Raimi directed the first three. Was it Mark Webb directed Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2? I can't remember all the directors of this Tom Holland series. But the guy who directed this one directed that Shang-Chi movie from a few years ago. That was an unexpectedly good movie.
Matt Hyman says, let's tear apart all of Glue Guy's athletes later.
Well, I've tried to do that.
Bring it.
Earlier this week as well.
Bring it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Jasmine says, Reid enthusiastic? When? Where? How? Well, I'm moderately enthusiastic. Let's not get carried away. So I'll have a little bit of review of the movie tomorrow. I don't want to give any spoilers about it. But I'm looking forward to going. So I'm going to St. Albert. My goodness, I'm going to have to move there. I spent so much time there.
Up on
I live next to Benny.
Powder Puff Crescent?
It's on Powder Puff Crescent, but I'm going to try to go a different way today. So I'm gonna try to go down Pinocchio Way, right? Because Pinocchio is adjacent to Geppetto, right? But I find the traffic on Geppetto is
right.
Pinocchio is a straight and long road, isn't it?
Yeah, they keep adding on to it. Yeah.
See, at the end of Lollipop Avenue.
I'll take the Lollipop Avenue exit, and then I'm hoping the Goldilocks Bridge is not too congested.
It's at the end of Pinocchio Drive.
Yeah.
You guys, man.
What, Benny?
What? That's not St. Albert. Get out of here.
You live in a very hoity-toity community. What are we supposed to do?
Sure. It's great. It's my cult city. It's fine.
Here's what we'd like you to do. First of all, we thank you for listening to the show. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, those are excellent audio streaming apps. Let other people know how they can find Edmonton Sports Talk. We are also on YouTube. Subscribe to the Edmonton Sports Talk page if you haven't already. Remember to give this show a thumbs up. Click that like button. Click, click, click.
Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, and then click the share button and send the show link off to other people, several other people in your life, and get them involved. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com, and of course you can text 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has their happy hour Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You got $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine. Served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. RiverCreeResort.com, 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. All right, let's bring you the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. New Spider-Man movie tonight. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a web shooter in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Lots of Riders fans in town for the game Saturday. The last time I saw this many hillbillies, Uncle Jed was driving to Beverly Hills. Hey, I've taken the waitress from the Ponderosa to Big Valley. Big Valley is also what I call my brother-in-law's gambling debts. I'm Chet Palmer.
Figured there was a Spider-Man reference in there. Web shooter in my pocket. Okay.
Yeah, that's careful. Careful what button you're hitting there.
Big Valley.
Chet's go to Big Valley. Yeah.
With the waitress?
I thought he was going to mention something about the Big Valley and the waitress. And
Yeah, he was thinking about it. I think he was thinking about it. I think he got edited a little bit today.
did he?
I think sometimes Chet's a veteran, but sometimes we got to step in with better judgment.
Oh, did he try to sneak something else in there?
He was going to say something else.
Didn't get past the editing floor?
Didn't get past the end.
Had to put a muzzle on him.
Got altered a little bit. You got to be careful, I think.
That's fine.
Elks Riders, 5 p.m. Saturday, Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. Of course, we have ongoing coverage all week long on all our shows, but there will be at 4 o'clock on Saturday on all the EST platforms, the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with Mr. Milne and Matthew Awanek. They'll set up the game, and then they are on right after the game for the Commonwealth Stadium post-game show, and you're doing it once again from the Commonwealth Stadium Rec Center.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to be right there, part of the action. We had Chris Morris on the show yesterday. Should be a very good crowd for that game. Maybe they're going to open up the upper deck. I think we'll find out probably more tomorrow about that. They wanted to get to, 27,000 by sometime tomorrow because he said the walk-up should be 4,000 to 5,000. So if you're up over 31,000, they're going to open the upper deck, which will be great. A lot of positivity around the team. This continues to be, Jason Milne. I don't think this is just recency bias. This continues to be one of the most entertaining CFL seasons I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Games down to the wire, generally a lot of points being scored. Sure, a couple games maybe have not been great. Unfortunately, we've seen some quarterbacks go down. But I mean, you got locally, you got the Elks having a great season. You got some exciting players. You got a great defense. You got Vernon Adams chucking it. You got Davis Alexander still looking great. I mean, the Elks finally beat him, but he's doing great. I mean, you've had games with 40, 50 points scored by. Did Calgary get over 60 that one game, or did they get in the 50s?
The average points per game still is 60 and above.
It is
league,
and that's even. We had like that one 14-11. Who was it? There was still a couple lower scoring,
slightly over 60.
So it's been a really good season. I think it's fine to be positive about the league.
I agree, very positive, and I don't know. It just, I think it's easier to feel the excitement in a league when your team is also a part of that.
Well,
league.
It helps. It draws you in. Right? You follow more other storylines.
Like
and stuff.
You might actually, as just an Elks fan or a sidebar Elks fan, you might actually turn on TSN and watch Winnipeg and Calgary tonight.
Yeah,
because it's important in the standings.
Right.
And you face Calgary soon enough in the Labor Day rematch.
Yeah.
And you want to see what Vernon Adams, is he real? Is this the real deal? He hasn't thrown an interception all year. That's what I believe is the fallout, and maybe why the CFL has seen better days in Edmonton than past years.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to say, okay, the Elks are legit I'll give the CFL on a whole more of a chance.
Yes. And I think that's just the way it goes. I mean, look, in our jobs, we talk about the Oilers and the Elks regardless. But let me look at the Blue Jays. I'm not following baseball as closely right now.
Well, they're not winning.
Being the World Cup happened, the Elks are doing great. There's other things to talk about. So I'm not running to the TV as often to see how the Blue Jays are doing because they're bad. They're having a bad year. All right. Reid's loyal 14th listener is in the nasty chat. Says, Chet, the audience is too young for the Beverly Hillbillies. Well, that may be, but I think Chet has to write the way
do you
writes.
get Beverly Hillbilly reference?
I heard of it, but I don't know the actual reference itself.
So Uncle Jed was shooting a jackrabbit, I think, and struck oil.
Yeah.
And they sold their farm for $1 billion and moved to the Beverly Hills.
As hillbillies.
Right. But we're still hillbillies, yes, because they were from where I don't know where they were from. Maybe they're from Nebraska, like where my Jack Reacher book is currently set.
My middle name is Trevor. This is the River Korean Resort inbox, 780-218-9999. Oh, here we go. Jay looking down on anything he doesn't like. You know what? That was more of a bit, Trevor. Sorry. I don't care if you like Spider-Man. Sully says, did Spider-Man not die in Endgame?
Oh, yeah. He got in Infinity War.
Yeah.
He was one of the heroes that got...
didn't they all die?
vaporized.
Yes.
No, half the population of the universe died when Thanos snapped.
Snap his fingers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then there's
He
no
did-
more
he did
movies
die.
with them in it.
He did die. Well, no, then they...
Well, no, there's Spider-Man died, but
Spider-Man
he's now
died.
appearing in a movie tonight.
He's appeared in another movie since then as well.
So did he die? Was it a dream?
No, he died. Everybody died, but then the Avengers got their own Infinity Gauntlet, and Hulk snapped and reversed Thanos' snap.
Oh, so there's a storyline behind how they came back into existence.
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Okay,
It's not
see,
just random.
well,
no, it's part of
oh,
the.
really?
It's part of the lore.
It's not
it's part of the lore.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that there was a okay, no, we reversed course.
Oh, no, they didn't just randomly bring it back. There's a whole storyline surrounding this, and it's based on things that happened in the comics. I think in the late '80s when I was reading some stuff.
Nature Boy says, not sure about Jay's angst with doing the same movie over and over again. There's been over 100 Seinfeld episodes, and each one were basically the same thing. I disagree. Jay says, Ken, if you like Rudy, watch Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. Similar vibes.
That's the best. That's an excellent movie.
It's just called Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. It's from 2003 or 4, probably.
Is that like the upside down kiss?
No, that's in the first one.
Okay.
That's in Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I know some things, man.
I think that's in. Yeah, I think that's in the first Spider-Man. Yeah, you weren't born when some of those came out, Ben.
Correct.
What year were you born again?
2003.
2014? What?
2003.
2003. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
You know who Spider-Man is, though.
I used to play soccer growing up and push kids and whatever and act like I was Spider-Man. Funny enough.
I don't know if he'd be that unsportsmanlike.
I know.
My
Trust me.
cousin's husband dresses up like Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah?
And he's got like a real outfit.
That's
And
awesome.
He'll go to the children's hospital.
Oh, that's
cool.
sweet.
See, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Spider-Man growing up.
That's great.
Do you want me to bring him in for a one-on-one interview? As Spider-Man, though.
Spider-Man.
That'd be incredible.
That'd be something.
Unbelievable.
All right, our buddy Infantino. Did Infantino poo-poo again? How can I summarize this?
He wants to sell the World Cup.
He wants to sell off the World Cup, basically. Sell off stakes in the World Cup. And the European countries, UEFA, 55 of them were like, this is not happening. They voted, they said 55-0, we're going to start boycotting international tournaments. This is pretty significant.
So Infantino wants to sell stakes in the World Cup and other worldwide events.
That's the basic summary of it. I got to be honest with you. I don't know the exact details.
Didn't they
but,
somewhat do that already with the hydration break?
And I think...
No, I'm serious. Wasn't that just revenue generation?
it'd help with get the commercials. So it says FIFA would raise up to like billions of dollars, $4 billion from external investors through the sale of minority non-controlling stakes in the FIFA Forward enterprise. But the countries are saying, no, we control this. Like nobody else is involved no matter what. So anyway, this leads us to our off-topic topic presented by...
Because UEFA said they'd boycott.
Yeah, including the World Cup in 4 years. But there's something next month already, right?
Which is in Portugal.
Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. Yeah. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. Tell us something you wish you could boycott. We'll just leave it there. What is something you wish you could boycott, and why? And maybe what you'd do instead, or what you'd be trying to hope to accomplish by the boycott.
Okay,
because they're boycotting
the reason
it doesn't happen.
I don't know that if you need, like, the reason you boycott it is because you think it's wrong.
Yeah, it's a form of protest,
and you're protesting and saying, "I don't like this."
Right.
So I would absolutely love to boycott QR code menus.
Oh, you want the real menu?
Give me the damn menu. I don't want to look at it on my phone.
Good answer.
I don't need to scroll through my phone and zoom in, zoom out. Just give me a damn menu.
Yeah, what's wrong with some menus? Yeah,
like most menus nowadays aren't booklets. They're usually one side is this, appies and salads. The other side's the entrees.
Yeah,
is this rocket? Like, do we need to scan a thing on your table? Because that's the reason. It's because they're too cheap to just print out a menu. It's not about saving the globe.
Yeah, the globe's doomed.
Yeah, it's screwed anyways. So I would like to... I would honestly... Like, I hate having to look at a menu on my phone. And in fact, there's some places... when I went to a trip down to North Carolina last year, or 2 years ago, you have to scan the code, and then you have to input your order on your phone and pay for it with your credit card. This is at an airport. You have to pull your damn credit card and put in your information on their website before you can get a beer as you're waiting for your next flight.
Right.
Wow.
It's out of control.
That's a good one. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can email Reid or Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com and post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Tell us something that you would like to or you wish that you could boycott.
I'm boycotting cardboard straws.
Yep.
Think of what I just said.
Good one.
Cardboard.
Good one.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean. But I think a lot of companies are moving away from those because they were so inefficient.
They were so bad.
Not Slurpees. My poor daughter still, I've talked about this on these airwaves. They can't even drink a damn Slurpee.
It is bad.
Because the cardboard gives up. It's cardboard in liquid.
Right.
Yep.
Riddle me that.
Yep. Crazy how that works. I'm boycotting hand dryers. Give me a paper towel, man.
Yeah. The
Oh,
Dyson
really?
ones.
Oh, that doesn't bother me that much.
Oh, I can't stand it. How loud it is, and it doesn't get the job done. Like, it's
Yeah, you still got to wipe them on your jeans. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. It's just a mess.
Yeah, I find I don't mind the ones where you go put your
those
hands
ones
in
where you
vertically. Those seem
insert
to
your
work
hands.
a little. Just the old fashioned ones where it's
Oh, the
just
hand
blown out
where you have to
in
push
every
the button.
direction.
Yeah, no bueno. They don't do the job. I'm boycotting, which means I'm boycotting somebody that works in this office. I'm boycotting people whose voicemail
Oh, yes.
sounds like they're answering your phone call.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Who did Trev do that?
Yes.
How come we both know it's Trev?
Yeah, and I mean that's
Like, grow up.
once
grow
you're
up.
past the age of 15, that's not
Like,
funny
don't
anymore.
do that
That's
because
not-
I think
that's
it's a
not
phone
funny
call.
anymore. Yeah.
Hello?
Sorry, what was that? I can't hear you. Who is this?
So, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm not
Like,
even
I'm
here.
gonna lose your number
You're
and-
talking to an answering machine. Okay.
You want to get somebody to lose your number? Do that.
Yeah, do that. That'll cost you friendships along the way. Okay. We're going to give away a 10-pack of tickets to the upcoming Hlinka Gretzky Cup, which is in Edmonton starting August 3rd. Is that Monday already? So we're going to give away, and we have something else to tell you about that as well. That's after the break. Oh, I didn't give the letters of the alphabet. We're going to continue our project here. Greatest athlete based on the starting letter of their last name. Today we're going to do C, I, M, T, and V. And Benny, you're ready for this as well?
Oh, I'm fired up.
Okay,
Ready to go.
It's going to be odd. We're going to have a trivia question for the Hlinka Gretzky Cup tickets as well. Here's a sports update with Ben.
UEFA is in its 55 member association, will no longer participate in any FIFA-sanctioned events following news that FIFA President Infantino is attempting to sell the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, the Bombers play host to the Lions to get Week 9 going in the CFL. Rookie quarterback Caden Salter will make his first career start for BC, while running back James Butler is ruled out with a foot injury. Imani Bailey replacing him. Winnipeg is 4-3 on the year. BC is in last in the West at 1-5. Out east, the Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Lothar on the 6-game injury list with a quad injury. Ottawa battles Montreal tomorrow. To the majors, there are 2 games live as we speak. Never mind, those ended. The Cubs beat the Cardinals 4-2, and the White Sox beat the Yankees 2-1. Out west, the Riverhawks end their series against the North Paws. After that, Edmonton visits Kelowna for 2 games before ending their regular season in Bellingham. Catch tonight's contest on any of Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams for first pitch set at 7:30. Elsewhere, we have 3 WNBA matchups on tap, starting with the Tempo and Lynx tipping off at 6. At the same time, the Connecticut Sun and Chicago Sky tip off before Liberty battle the Aces in Vegas. The sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason. I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Reid Wilkins Show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
2 months away from the regular season opener. What are the Edmonton Oilers missing the most?
I try to look at it, single out certain areas. I try to look at an all-encompassing one-word answer. It's kind of an identity. I think they have to get to a place where everyone's playing a similar style, especially without the puck.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, I want to tell you about this here. Last-minute offer for fans of both the Hlinka Gretzky Cup and the World Juniors. This week only, fans can buy a 2-game bundle. 1 ticket to the Hlinka Gretzky Cup gold medal game and 1 ticket to Canada versus Sweden in the pre-World Junior game at Rogers Place on the 23rd of December. So you get a ticket to the Hlinka Gretzky Cup gold medal game. That's next week. A ticket to Canada-Sweden at Rogers Place, December 23rd. That's a pre-World Junior tournament game. This is available for 1 week only, so that's a pretty cool offer. And we're also going to give you a chance to win here a 10-pack of tickets to the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. So this is 2 tickets to 10 games, okay? So a pretty great deal. First correct answer, text it into the River Crew, or maybe we'll do a spin if a lot of people come in. I don't think it's an overly challenging question. We want someone to win. 780-218-9999, River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. Pretty simple. Who won the Hlinka Gretzky Cup last year? It was held in the Czech Republic. Who won it? Jay will keep an eye on them. We can always do a roll here, eh? Oh, well, unless we only get like one right answer in 5 minutes. But I think that shouldn't be too tough. And of course, the tournament starts Monday, August 3rd. So there are games at Rogers Place and at the downtown community arena. So I believe these are the tickets to the games at Rogers Place, right? So you'd get to go to the gold medal game, all that kind of fun stuff. The bronze medal game. So it all starts, the bronze medal game and the gold medal game. So it all starts on Monday. Canada plays Switzerland 5 o'clock Monday, Slovakia 5 o'clock Tuesday, Sweden 5 o'clock Wednesday, Friday you got semifinals, Saturday August 8th you got the medal games. This is all part of the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. Do we have any right answers coming in?
A lot.
Okay. So how do you want to do it here?
Let's take the first 10.
Okay. So
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's take the first 10 and we'll do it.
So I can give the answer?
Sure. Go ahead.
2025 Hlinka Gretzky Cup. United States won. They've actually beat Sweden in the final. Canada got the bronze medal, beat Finland for the bronze medal. So this is so it's called a 10-pack. So it's 2 tickets to 10 games. So there's 20 tickets total, but it's 2 to 10 games. So that makes sense, Ben? Yeah. All right. So I have the D100, but we should for people new to the show, we should maybe explain this quickly. This is a 100-sided die.
Correct.
It looks like a bronze golf ball. It actually has 100 sides, so they're all very small. Was it Corey B that dropped this off?
Corey B.
We've had this for recently baptized. Yeah.
Corey B.
So who's been baptized now? Norman at Combine, Big Uke, and now Corey B.
And Corey B.
Corey B has a tattoo of the Edmonton Sports Talk logo and of my face on his body.
Yes.
I find that alarming. It's both honoring and alarming. I think he understands that. All right, so we're rolling here. That was a nice stop. Is it caught between 2? Let me do that. Okay, well, it's 16. It's 16.
So that would be the second.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Michael B.
Jordan, you've won. Congrats. I will I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, let them know how you can get the tickets. That's pretty cool. And then don't forget about that last-minute offer as well, available for 1 week only here. You get a ticket to the Hlinka Gretzky Cup gold medal game and a ticket to Canada-Sweden pre-World Junior Tournament game at Rogers Place on December 23rd. All right, that's a lot of fun. We, of course, are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. So what do we got here? A day and a half left to try the wing flavor of the month, which is mango jalapeno. We tried it. I really like them. Mm-hmm. Flame-grilled wings tossed in a bold mango jalapeno glaze that brings the perfect balance of sweet heat. So that'll be until end of day tomorrow. Saturday, they launch the August wing flavor of the month, and that's bourbon peach. Now, are we getting those on Wednesday?
Yes,
allegedly?
that's the plan.
Oh, my goodness. We're spoiled.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice place to work.
Pat Ketty was from the Brewhouse was in this morning.
Yes, he was.
All right. So that's really good.
The reminder, the off-topic topic for William Huff was, what would you like to boycott? Obviously, the UEFA members have boycotted the World Cup and other world events if FIFA sells their souls, so to speak. Brent P. says, I wish I could boycott the Oilers. The massive prices at the game, the baffling signings, and the trades they make sometimes. But I keep coming back.
Yeah, he's not going to boycott them.
Matt at the Garrison, as well as others, including my brother-in-law who texted in, says, can I boycott taxes?
Wow, yeah, that'd be quite a boycott.
Fed up with paying taxes. Well, you know what they say. There's two things in life that are guaranteed. One's death.
Yes.
The other, taxes.
Yeah.
Happy Thursday, everyone.
You're quite in a saucy mood today.
I don't mean to be. I'm okay. Look, I'm going to...
Just full on Dark J.
All right. Dark J's over. Happy J's here. Get out of here.
Okay. We're going to start doing our latest edition of Best Athletes of All Time based on the first letter of their last name. The letters today, C, I, M, T, and V. Jed Roberts is going to join us, and our Ref Week guest was on the field with Tom Brady. So we're going to get that story all ahead on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
UEFA and its 55 member associations have announced they will no longer participate in any FIFA-sanctioned competitions after reports suffered that FIFA President Gianni Infantino is attempting to sell the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 in the CFL kicks off tonight as the Blue Bombers host the Lions. Rookie quarterback Caden Salter will make his first career start for BC, while running back James Butler is out with a foot injury, meaning Imani Bailey gets the start. Winnipeg enters at 4-3, while the Lions sit last in the West at 1-5. The Edmonton Elks released their injury report from practice earlier today. Carter O'Donnell is available, while Nick Anderson is doubtful for Saturday's game against the Roughriders. In the East, the Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Lothar on the 6-game injury list with a quad injury. Ottawa visits Montreal tomorrow night. Out West, the Riverhawks wrap up their series with the North Paws tonight. After that, Edmonton heads to Kelowna for a 2-game set before closing out the regular season in Bellingham. Catch first pitch at 7:30 on any of the Edmonton Sports Talk's audio streams. Elsewhere, there are 3 WNBA games on the schedule tonight. The Tempo take on the Lynx at 6 o'clock. The Sun battle the Sky at the same time before the Liberty visit the Aces in Las Vegas later this evening. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding area for over 30 years. Windsor Plywood has doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Jay's play today on the other side of the break. Here, I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The oil stream.
You're going to say that McDavid doesn't win a cup in the next 2 years and then still takes $8 to $10 million below market value to try to make it work here?
Crazier things have happened.
I don't know if they have. I honestly don't know if anything crazier than that has happened.
The 12.5 for 2 years was the craziest thing ever. No one
This would be crazier because you gave them 2.5 years. 2 years.
And then they messed up.
And they blew it.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Remember, if you are on YouTube and you have not done so already, give us a thumbs up. We try to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. We're already at 50, so halfway, and we're not even a third of the way into the show. So click that thumbs up. Let's get over 100. Jed Roberts is going to join us, teeing up the Elks and the Riders. He would have been part of some battles against those teams. Quickly here, one of the funniest stories I ever got from a former athlete. I had Gizmo Williams on Inside Sports.
Who?
And Henry Gizmo Williams.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how he got on this, but he said he's warming up before a game in Regina. And Damon Allen was on the team, and they're throwing the ball around or whatever. And there was this quite elderly woman, like with a cane and stuff, Riders fan at Taylor Field, trying to get Gizmo's attention. And Damon Allen was like, Giz, this fan's trying to talk to you. And Giz was like, I'm not going to do the Giz voice, but people can imagine. Giz was like, I don't talk to fans before a game. I got to focus. And Damon's like, it's an old lady. Go talk to her. Go talk to the old lady. So Gizmo's like, okay. So he runs over there and say, hey, ma'am. And she's like, you Gizmo Williams? And he's like, yeah. She goes, if you run a putt back for a TD on this field, I'm going to beat your ass with my cane. Welcome to Rider Nation.
Yeah, that's a great story.
That's a memorable one. All right, what do we got here? Do we got any more off-topic topics? We're going to save those for later. Off-topic topic for William Huff. Name something you would like to boycott. Do that later.
Sure.
Compile some more. Still coming in. I know you read a few before the break. Benny, do you have something else for me yet, or are you saving that?
Peter Parker makes it back to New York City, but who reveals his identity to the world upon his return?
Mysterio. Quentin Beck.
Wrong.
J. Jonah Jameson.
There you go.
Okay, sorry. That's at the end of No Way Home. Oh, yeah, I should have got that. Yeah, but I think Jonah got the information from Mysterio, maybe? I don't know the Tom Holland movies as well.
Is J. Jonah Jameson the editor-in-chief of the Daily Bugle?
Yes, or publisher or something like that, yeah.
He's kind of a hard ass.
He certainly is. He's an intense man.
From what science fiction movie franchise did Ned want Peter to help him build a Lego model set?
Some Star Wars. He wanted him to build a Lego Death Star. So you're taking like movie trivia Okay, interesting. Yeah. Well, you can go wherever you want, but so far.
As opposed to just Spider-Man trivia?
Well, because Spider-Man there's comics. You could even go video games, I guess.
Well,
animated
it's
stuff.
A universe.
Yeah, it's a massive. I just said Spider-Man trivia, so that opens it up to a lot of different things. I think. What am I, 2 for 3? Not bad.
What happened to the first shocker?
What happened to the first shocker? Man, I don't remember how many there have been. I know there was a shocker in a recent storyline that got killed and he got his hands cut off and he got his shocking bracelet stolen by a villain. Well, if it's from the Homecoming movie, he was vaporized by the Vulture.
The answer is Toombs.
Adrian Toombs.
Toombs killed him.
Vaporized him. Yeah, that's in Homecoming.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Spider-Man 2, what's the perfume brand that Mary Jane Watson is advertising?
Oh, see, that's a good one.
Mary Jasmine, Scarlet Scandal, Medina Mist, or Emma Rose?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'll say Emma Rose.
Correct.
Okay, I just guessed. That's a good one. That's a real good one. All right. Let's get to Jay. Oh, it's Jay's play of the day already here. I'm sorry, I'm lagging behind everybody.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. What's he doing?
Danced.
I thought he looked like he hit the table out of anger. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta.
Some sort of a disco move.
Yeah.
That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. You have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
Well, this is something that you asked me to put together.
Oh, you're doing it.
So I think it's
great.
It's only fitting if we say this is Jay and Reid's play of the day.
Sure.
Jay and Reid's play of the day is
the Ottawa Red Blacks to win their first game of the season tomorrow at home against the 6-1 Montreal Alouettes.
So
big upset. They're going to win eventually. Why not tomorrow?
To err is human, I believe is the saying.
Yes.
And sometimes our good friends over at Play Alberta, when they're putting together the specials, they've misspelled things. Or, I think there was the Justin Ranking
right
plays, and that's usually a pretty good sign. So they did not capitalize Red Blacks.
Oh, yeah. They didn't do it in all caps. They didn't even capitalize the B, just the R.
Yeah. So this might be a sign, people.
This is good.
If you believe in the Play Alberta misspell, or what is that? Mistyped? Typo?
Yeah, I guess.
Because they spelt the word correct. They just didn't capitalize every
they're
letter.
just not obeying what the Ottawa Red Blacks want you to do.
It's because it's more of a statement, Red Blacks.
Right.
Than it is a name. Ottawa Red Blacks to win against Montreal. That has been boosted to plus 240 over at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on ESC specials, and there you have it. Reid and Jay's play of the day. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
That's good.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Yes.
What did Chris Moore say they were at for ticket sales yesterday?
24,000.
20, I think, yeah. So they've just crested over 25.
Okay.
They're cruising along.
Okay, good.
So who knows? I mean, depends on what happens tomorrow. But if there's another couple thousand seats sold, and I have been watching Ticketmaster, they've been opening up new sections here and there, and they're getting snapped up pretty quick. So if you'd like to go to that game, that is the Saskatchewan Roughriders visiting the Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium this Saturday, 5 o'clock. Green and Gold kickoff show. The Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show will start at 4. Quick question. Sorry. How much money was Peter supposed to win for defeating Bonesaw in the cage match? He was paid substantially less money, but how much was he supposed to win? $3,000, $4,000, $2,000, or $1,500?
$1,500.
That is incorrect. He was supposed to be paid $3,000.
Okay. That's obviously from the movie, not from the comic book, I would think.
I think a lot of this
was movie trivia.
Will be movie trivia.
Yeah, that's okay. By the way, that's basically 7-2 the odds for the Red Blacks to beat the Alouettes on playalberta.ca. All right, this has been fun. Best athlete by the first letter of their last name. We will start with the letter C today. Strong candidates here. I really wanted to go with Roberto Clemente because he's a legend. I mean, he was an awesome player, 3,000 hits, over 300 in his batting average. Tragically lost too early in a plane crash. He was helping earthquake victims. But I just thought for this that Wilt Chamberlain is undeniable. His stats are incredible. He had a 100-point game. There was a season in which he averaged 50 points. He was a rebounding leader. I mean, I know some people say, well, the NBA was different. I get it, but he was just completely dominant. So I'm going to go with Wilt Chamberlain for the letter C.
Now, I mean, there's only one answer. There's only one answer. And this player, this athlete has already been taken. On the first day, the first letter was Muhammad Ali. Also known as...
No, we said you can't do this.
Why?
We specifically
That's
said
his
you
real
can't,
name.
You can't do this.
That's his birth name.
But he's best known as a boxer as Muhammad Ali.
But his name is Cassius
Clay. So you're taking
Clay.
Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay.
I think that would be silly for us not to. No, if I did...
You're remarkably cheeky today.
This is just...
Even for yourself.
No, okay.
You threw away the paper.
I knew that this was going to be...
Oh, that was a fake out.
Well, I knew you
Pump
would
fake.
be upset. I knew you'd be upset because I know we did say that. Now, I will take... This is the first gymnast to ever earn a perfect 10. Okay, 5 Olympic gold medals. Now, am I butchering this when I say Nadia Comaneci?
I think you got it. Yeah, sounds close.
Nadia Comaneci.
Wasn't it in Montreal where she got the 10?
That's
and
right.
They couldn't even put it on the scoreboard. So they put up 9.9, but they're like, by the way, it's 10.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty big feat.
She would have been third on my list.
Yeah. Roger Clemens, he was, that's where you were debating?
Clemente.
Oh, Clemente.
Roberto Clemente.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Pirate legend.
Yeah, I had Roger Clemens on my honorable mentions as well.
I think Crosby would be.
7-time Cy Young winner. I have a feeling Benny's going with Sidney Crosby.
That's where I went. Sidney Crosby, the modern day GOAT of hockey. Maybe the best leader in hockey history.
Hold on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe the best leader in hockey history.
Leader.
Yes. We'll go down as, I don't know if he'll make Mount Rushmore, but he'll be top 7 in his all time. The Golden Goal winner, 3-time Stanley Cup champion, 2-time Hart Trophy winner. I'm going Sidney Crosby. Sorry. Although I do like Wilt. And Drake rapped about him. So
did he?
Kept 100 paper like Wilt.
That's interesting, baby. Like Mark Messier is considered the greatest leader in hockey history.
Correct.
But you consider it to be Sidney Crosby.
I said he might be.
Oh, okay.
So then
the only guy I have time for is Messier.
Then M, we should assume your answer is already Mark Messier.
Honorable mention.
How? Okay. How does that's okay? Okay.
Well, because
Ben's got
you say I'm cheeky.
He's got a slant towards hockey.
Slight slant.
Like
I have a slant towards Emmett Smith.
Yeah, but that's the only one of yours where I was kind of like, I don't know about that one. I mean, I've loved your off the map international one, especially Yang Yang.
Nadia,
actually, the way you presented Yang Yang, I'm like, yeah, that's probably the right answer.
Oh, you wait, baby.
Yeah. All right, let's do the letter I here before we do the 4 o'clock break, and then we'll do M, T, and V after the break. We'll make Benny go first.
Okay, sure.
Sticking with hockey.
Brad is Bister.
I'm going with the greatest Calgary Flame of all time. Local guy, Edmonton product, St. Albert product, actually. Friend of the station and friend of mine, Jerome McGinley.
Well, excellent hockey player. I don't know if he would be the greatest surname player of all time. But I don't know. Let's see what Jay and I came up with. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I can.
You go, yeah.
I mean, every time I think of the letter I think of this name, and it's one of the greatest single scullers in rowing history. 3 straight gold medals. First person to ever get 3 straight gold medals in a discipline in 1956, 1960, and 1964. This, of course, Reid, is Vyacheslav Ivanov.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
That's just.
I mean, I have a different athlete, but I can't argue with that.
Mic drop.
I mean, I'm Ivan for Ivanov. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at this guy, and it's like, this guy demolished.
Yeah.
In single sculling.
Yeah. You'd be watching and be like, is it a race or is it just him practicing? Like, he's so far ahead. Like, did they start 8 minutes behind this guy?
Secretariat just took away from the field?
Yeah.
That's Vyacheslav Ivanov.
Yeah. He's an incredible athlete. He was on my list. Probably my athlete was on your list. Maybe we're splitting hairs between these two, but I'm going to go with one of the greatest pole vaulters of all time, Yelena Isinbayeva. Certainly the greatest female pole vaulter of all time. 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-time world champion. Still has the world record in the event. Still considered the greatest female pole vaulter of all time. I mean, I could list off her entire resume of greatness, but there's only 2 hours left in the show. So Yelena Isinbayeva is my athlete.
No Michael Irving mentioned?
No. He's no Emmett Smith.
No AI?
Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Did he ever pole vault several meters in the air?
You know what, Reid? I was between the two.
Yeah.
I know.
I get it.
Gord Mamer says Jay's answers are all GPT generated. They're from ChatGPT.
No, ChatGPT is stupid.
I use ChatGPT to help,
research,
to be fair.
To help. To give direction. And then once you're like, I would usually go for, and then find one that's like considered one of the greatest Olympians of all time. Yeah. Okay, now it's time to dig in.
Yeah. Yes. I will say this in all seriousness. If you've won multiple Olympic gold medals, you're one of the greatest of your sports.
Correct.
And then you can be considered for our list.
Again, let's go.
And maybe individual sports are different from team sports.
Vyacheslav Ivanov won 3 straight gold medals in the same discipline.
Right. So
that was over the span of 8 years.
Right.
That'd be, 10 years?
Yeah. And everybody else in that sport is saying, I got to beat this guy. Mm-hmm. And he still kept getting better and winning.
I mean, this wasn't carbon fiber days. This was in the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah.
It was real rowing.
Yeah. All right, we'll do letters M, T, and V after the 4 o'clock break. Ref Week will continue with Scott Woloshin. Great story. He was just on the field with one of the all-time greats. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shops.
Winnipeg versus BC, Montreal, Ottawa, Calgary, Hamilton. Do you think there's any shocks that are coming?
I don't. I mean, to be honest, if you're asking me which of the first 3 underdogs has the best chance of winning the football game, I don't think it's BC. I
agree.
I mean, I like Winnipeg. I think Calgary, the way they're rolling right now, and they're still 3 and 4.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 1st. Elks, Roughriders at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. The prehistoric party is back and bigger than ever. Presented by Pure Later Tackle Hunger. Experience family-friendly dinosaur-themed fun all game long. All in support of local food banks. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city. Our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
UEFA and its 55 member associations have officially announced they will no longer take part in any FIFA-sanctioned competitions after reports emerged that FIFA President Gianni Infantino is exploring the sale of the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 of the CFL gets underway tonight as the Blue Bombers welcome the Lions. Rookie quarterback Caden Salter makes his first career CFL start for BC, while running back James Butler has been ruled out with a foot injury, paving the way for Imani Bailey. Winnipeg comes in at 4-3, while the Lions sit last in the West at 1-5. The Edmonton Elks also released their latest injury report following today's practice. Offensive lineman Carter O'Donnell is available for Saturday's matchup against the Roughriders, while linebacker Nick Anderson is listed as doubtful. Out east, the Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Lothar on the 6-game injured list with a quad injury. Ottawa travels to Montreal tomorrow night. In the WCL, the Riverhawks wrap up their series against the North Paws tonight before heading to Kelowna for a 2-game set and finishing the regular season in Bellingham. First pitch is set for 7:30, and you can catch all the action on any of EST's audio streams. Elsewhere, it's a 3-game slate in the WNBA tonight. The Tempo hosts the Lynx at 6 o'clock. The Sun visit the Sky at the same time before the Liberty take on the Aces in Las Vegas later this evening. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. That's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. I'm Ben Thompson. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Greatest athletes of all time by first letter of their last name. It's buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Had something come in over the break on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. For the letter I, this is from Library Pat. He says Miguel Indurain.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cycling.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
So Miguel Indurain won the Tour de France in 91, 92, 93, 94, and 95. He is the fourth, or was the fourth, to win it 5 times and the first to win 5 consecutive Tour de France's. Very good.
That's a really good one. That actually, yeah.
That might take the cake.
That might actually be the winner. Yeah. Good work. Who is that from again?
Library Pat.
Library Pat.
Look, I'm up for M. The letter M.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, this is probably recency bias. I didn't go too far off the beaten path here because I think there's somebody that is, I would say you could put this person up there as one of the biggest international superstars, not even athletes, in the world. And that's Lionel Messi. I mean,
yeah, okay,
it's hard to argue.
We'll see what fourth liner from the 19th
player
Benny picked. I'm going with Messi, and I almost did. You might have been mad if I did this. I almost did a tie with the Argentinian soccer player stack of Messi and Maradona. But I gave Messi the edge. Great player. They're both great players, but I think Messi would probably be considered even better than Maradona. And let's face it, one of Maradona's international goals, if they had VAR, wouldn't have counted.
Well, a very important
goal. So I will go with a current player. A lot of other great candidates here. Well, we won't list them off because maybe Ben is naming one of them.
Just don't lift off your hockey players or amateur hockey players.
Right. Okay. No, go ahead, Ben.
So you guys don't have time for Steve McIntyre? I'm kidding. Guys, come on. Stop it.
Great interview.
Yeah.
Probably out in the farm in the fields right now in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, probably. Honorable mentions. Joe Montana. Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Connor McDavid.
Sure.
Maybe the greatest leader of all time, Mark Messier. I went land on Messi. I did.
How many unanimous letters have we had? Not many.
None.
Ali was right off the top. I think because you had Ali as well.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I don't know that
I have to go back and check.
I think I chose something else just to have a conversation about it. But yeah, Ali might have been.
Yeah, I think Ali was.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have Messier on there. Joe Montana. Not Joe Montana. Joe Montana.
Yeah, well, Willie Mays, somebody has in the chat. That's a good one as well. Somebody else said Mickey Mantle. Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete, great player. I mean, this was a pretty deep letter.
It is.
But I still think Messi rises above them all. Now, of course, we didn't see Mays and, again, it's hard to compare different sports. But and Messi's longevity, I think. I mean, but he was still one of the most dangerous players.
You took Cy Young, and you've never seen Cy Young.
Well, yeah, you can take somebody, but I'm just saying maybe if I'd seen Willie Mays, I'd have a different argument.
We should get the picture of Cy Young that you found out
on the Hall of Fame page. He doesn't look sober.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there aren't that many pictures of him, relatively speaking. So Lionel Messi sweeps M. Pretty good.
Yep.
And a lot of really good other candidates for this one. All right, the letter T. Now, I actually found this surprisingly tough because I wouldn't have thought I would have wound up picking this athlete. I wound up doing it somewhat reluctantly because he was not always a good guy. But at his peak, which came relatively early in life, he was an absolute hurricane, like absolutely dominant, and fired up people following his sport. It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I beat his face up, weed.
Ben!
Yeah. I think Mike Tyson is a slam dunk.
He did lose to Jake Paul.
I mean, we all saw his ass cheeks.
We did.
There's that.
He did.
On the Netflix fight. Right. That was surprising.
I forgot about that.
Yes. I'll never forget that. That is
totally forgot about
in
that.
my memory.
I totally forgot about that.
But I went with one of the greatest alpine skiers of all time.
Oh, Tomba?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, well, La Bamba Tomba.
La Bamba Tomba, the Italian stallion. 3 golds, have 5 medals over his historic Olympic career. Alberto Tomba was, he had to have been in what, the 90s?
I think the 80s
late
and
80s
90s.
and 90s.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I remember CBC Sports Saturday, you're watching skiing in some ski village in Europe, and it's Alberto Tomba. Alberto Tomba.
Yeah.
He was a legendary skier. he'd have to be up there as well.
That's a good pick as well. Once Benny, because I want to give somebody else that I almost picked, but it's sort of hard to conceptualize or because of the era in which he was an athlete, but maybe that's who Ben picked. Who's your T?
No, I mean, honorable mention, Klay Thompson and Mike Trout. Those are two guys that popped off right away, but for me, I took Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm. Took Mike Tyson as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you're... Lawrence Taylor was a hell of a football player. Great actor, too.
Oh, yeah.
He was in...
is he still with us?
LT? I believe he is, Reid.
I think he is.
Any Given Sunday?
Right. Oh, yeah. He was in that. Yeah.
He was great in Any Given Sunday.
A strong candidate for the letter T, and I almost picked him, and then I was like... Again, I went with Cy Young, which was a long time ago, with Jim Thorpe. I mean, he won Olympic medals. He played pro football, pro baseball, and pro basketball, like before there was an NFL and before there was an NBA. And in that era, too, there's his amateur exploits as well. I just was kind of like, how do I present this? You know what I mean? Like, Tyson is he fought a bunch of really tough people and beat them all. Unified the belt. He was doing this all in his early 20s. Thorpe, maybe, like, he was still doing it at a time when sports wasn't as organized. You know what I mean? Like, when Cy Young was pitching, yes, it was the same relative era, but Major League Baseball was organized and there was a World Series, But Jim Thorpe, I think, would certainly be on a short list for me.
Yeah, multi-sport athlete. And excelled at all of them.
Yeah. All right, let's do the letter V here. Final letter for today. We're going to do 6 letters tomorrow. Ooh, letter J is still left. That's going to be interesting.
I wonder.
All right, Benny's up for V?
For V. Okay.
Jimmy VC.
V is for Vendetta.
That's right.
Honorable mentions. Thomas Vanek.
Oh, boy.
Of course.
Just wait.
What a stretch.
Mark-Edward Vlasic.
The pickle.
The pickle man. He was one of the best shutdown defensemen in his time.
Isn't Edward spelled different?
EDOUARD.
Yeah. I decided to go with the dogfight man himself. Mike Vick.
You went with Michael Vick.
I did.
Oh, my goodness.
You called him the dogfight man.
That's cheap. You're going to be getting a call from the Humane Society in PETA. Yeah.
Well,
wow. I mean, for me, this was... Am I up or are you up?
Doesn't matter. If you're going, just
go.
I
forgot Vasilevsky. Dang it. That was my pick. I'm just kidding. But
I don't know. For me, 10-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champ, 3-time AL Cy Young, 3 no-hitters, Justin Verlander.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of him. Like, he's a strong candidate.
That's got to be up there. That's got to be on the list.
Yeah. Great pitcher. Still could throw a complete game in an era when there aren't a lot of them.
I didn't even have Mike Vick on my mentions.
Really?
My only mention from football, was Vinatieri.
The left-handed quarterback.
He was exceptional. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, speed demon.
He changed the game.
Yes,
for sure. He was like how Steph Curry changed basketball for three-point shooting. He was the quarterback that changed the game for running quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think my guy is stronger than Michael Vick.
And that's
Max Verstappen. 4 F1 titles, 71 total wins.
That is probably the best one.
Oh, Zach just put... What did Zach write? Door, doot, doot, doot.
He went like this.
Dun, da, da, da.
I think.
Oh, is that supposed to be?
Terribly spelled, but I think
because he wrote door, doot, doot, doot. Max Verstappen. Has the dill sauce gone to his brain? Coob, what did you mean to write? That's dun-da-da-da would be D-U-N-H or something like that.
Or D-U-H, D-U-N, D-U-H, D-U-N-N-N.
Dun-da-da-da.
Dun-da-da-da.
Dun-da-da-da. Does that sound like door, doot, doot, doot?
Do it. Ben, can we cut that?
Oh my god.
I can have that ready in.
Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that cut. We need
Okay. Oh, that was good. That was good today. We talked about some good athletes, had some good debates. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget about the River Cree mobile app. It's free to download, get exclusive offers and promotions. You can get show tickets, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants, safe, secure, and easy to use. We're going to have a special guest joining us in the Canadian Brewhouse studio for Ref Week when we get back.
FIFA and UEFA are reportedly headed for a major showdown. The UEFA and its 55 member associations threatening to withdraw from all FIFA-sanctioned events following reports that FIFA President Gianni Infantino is exploring the possibility of selling the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 of the CFL gets underway tonight as the Blue Bombers welcome the Lions to Winnipeg. BC rookie quarterback Caden Salter is set to make his first career start, while running back James Butler has been ruled out with a foot injury, with Imani Bailey stepping in. The Bombers enter the matchup at 4-3, while the Lions sit last in the West Division at 1-5. In the East Division, the Ottawa Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Loeffler on the 6-game injured list with a quad injury. Ottawa returns to action tomorrow night when they take on Montreal. Over in the West, the Edmonton Riverhawks wrap up their series against the Kamloops Northpaws tonight. Before hitting the road, Edmonton will visit Kelowna for 2 games before finishing the regular season in Bellingham. You can catch tonight's game on any of EST's audio streams, the first pitch set for 7:30. Elsewhere in sports, the WNBA has 3 games on the schedule tonight. The Atlanta Dream and Minnesota Lynx get things started at 6 o'clock, followed by the Connecticut Sun taking on the Chicago Sky. The sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It doesn't start on game day, it starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. Ref Week continues on the other side of the break here. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN.
I mean, heck, guys, I was covering the Philpott Bowl last week. During the pregame introductions, they're like, number 85, Jalen Philpott, and the crowd popped. Like, with my headset on, and I took my headset off, I'm like, oh my God, did they just actually, like, lose their minds in a pregame introduction? That never happens in the CFL. So, homegrown heroes, to me, the Alouettes have probably got 2 of the top 5 when it comes to Tyson and Davis Alexander right now. It's just the reality.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, we're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Afternoons just got a serious upgrade at the Canadian Brewhouse. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. Make the smart move and head to the Canadian Brewhouse. Ref Week continues. He is the manager of official development at Football Canada, and we found out a listener to this show, Scott Woloshin, is here. Scott, what's on your mind?
Well, first off, thanks for having me, folks. I appreciate it. But you folks talked about your H athlete yesterday of all time.
Yes, now, I said Gordie Howe.
Gordie Howe. I mean, a good pick. A good pick. But I don't know if it crossed your guys' mind. I mean, we just had free soloist Alex Honnold. He's the one who climbed El Cap. He climbed Taipei 101. Right. Now, I know it's not a sport per se like most of the folks you're talking about, but I mean, that's got to be one of the greatest athletic achievements of all time. I got to give a shout out to my boy Alex Honnold.
Honnold.
Okay, well, that's a good one.
Now, I will tell you, do you remember how mesmerized we all were that weekend when it just showed up on Netflix? And
absolutely.
And it started going around social media, and next thing you know, we're like, what is going on? I got to watch this. And everybody is tuned into this guy.
Yeah.
Climbing a tower.
Yeah.
And I came on and I raved about it. What a feat.
Great.
This was.
Yeah.
I was like, people were coming at me saying that was an easy thing for him to do.
It was. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's a professional climber.
Yeah.
And there were all these holes, but I mean, he could have died.
Absolutely. But you know what? When you're that good and you're that trained, and the mental part of it as well, I mean, it's a massive feat. I don't know if any.
I was getting climb shamed.
Yeah.
I've never
that's a
been
good one.
climb
I mean, this is the fun part about this. There's things like, mine was Ben Hogan because I did my golf stack.
That's right.
Benny, who did you have? Did you have Gordie Howe? No, you said Gordie Howe's overrated.
Yeah,
He had Jerome Higginley.
No, I can't remember who I had. I had someone that was someone different. Not Gordie Howe. I did say he was overrated.
Okay.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. That's right.
You know what? I'm just thinking about this now. We should have probably had Glenn Hall on that list.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Gold.
That's a good point. Yeah, he's in the conversation. This is the fun thing, right?
502 consecutive starts.
We think of things too late. Yeah. And as you can tell, Scott, our record keeping isn't that. What did you guys say yesterday? Yeah, we don't. We really don't know. All right, thanks a lot for coming in. So where are you from?
So I'm originally from Regina, Saskatchewan. So I mean, this upcoming Elks Riders game, unfortunately, I gotta bleed a different type of green, but Rider green. But I'll be there in massive attendance there. But now I live in Edmonton the last, I think, 8 years. So I'm an Edmontonian through and through at this point now.
Okay, I gave the right title there. Manager of official development at Football Canada.
That's right. So we kind of govern all of amateur football, and specifically my area. I look after the officials in terms of like what curriculum do they take. We have national events, getting them to and from national events, etc. So if you want to become an football official, amateur, not at the CFL, I've probably in some fashion helped with training you or getting you to the right spot.
Okay, we want to talk about that side of it, but we've been teasing this all afternoon. What did you do recently? What event were you just at?
So in March, there was that Fanatics Flag Football Challenge, which had like pros, the NFL pros, had a few like streamers, Logan Paul, I Show Speed, and I got an email one day that was just like, hey, do you want to come ref that? And I was like, no, get me on the plane, I'm there kind of thing. So that was a big ticket event in terms of an officiating. I mean, you had the FIFA guys on yesterday, so I'm kind of, you should have maybe had me first and then follow it up. But it was a really cool event. Be on the field with some of the best players in the world, football players in the world. And then obviously Team USA was also there. So the best flag players in the world because they're the number one team currently. So
So how much of that, an event like that, is actually to be officiated, and how much of it is just to make sure that there's officials on the field so it looks like it's being officiated?
Super valid question. I think if Team USA wasn't there, and it was 3 NFL or celebrity teams, I think it would just be like, hey, just put people in stripes out there. But since Team USA was there, they had something to prove, right? Because there's this big debate if you're not sure that who should be representing at the Olympics. Should it be pro athletes, like the best NFL players in the world, or should it be the best flag players? And so Team USA came out and they were like, no, you guys better ref this to the book, because that's what we play. Sure. And we need to show the world that it should be flag players at the Olympics. So it actually put us in a kind of a tough spot where, the NFL guys just learned the game, a week prior. And here we are trying to officiate, make it fun, but not take away from the entertainment value of it all, make sure flag looks like in a good sight. But Team USA is honest about no, that's illegal kind of thing. So the USA games, especially, those ones were officiated quite well in that sense, or quite by the book. But the NFL versus NFL game, that one is a bit more loose.
Okay, so who was in that one?
In the NFL game there? So, I won't name them all, but it was Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, Saquon Barkley.
And you're on the field with these guys?
I'm on the field, yeah. I got to be the head referee for 2 of the games there. And then, wow. Yeah. So very, very cool experience. Yeah.
Now, I did see, this is also part of the side story that came out of that. Mm-hmm. Was that, I believe, was the official start or close to the official start of the Tom Brady, Logan Paul beef, which has carried on throughout. Yes. I mean, Tom Brady just slapped him in the face.
I heard that
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I believe this is all setting up and going towards a WWE match somewhere down, I'm talking a year from now, maybe in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady threw the ball right at Logan Paul's chest in a little bit of a fit of rage. I didn't see a flag come out on that.
Yeah, well, okay, so good point. Let's break it down. Let's break it down then. All right, so yeah. So that play happens. Tom runs past, throws the ball. I'm looking at my key, so I'm actually not seeing. I don't see Tom throw the ball at all. I just see Logan Paul start charging him. So I get in between. I throw a flag. I say, hey, I got, I'm looking at Logan. I'm like, I got you for the penalty. And that's why he flips out. He's like, oh my God, he just threw the ball at me. He might have said some other words in there, but how are you giving it to me? And I'm about to announce it. Because I'm like, this is a pretty easy run of the mill call. And then I'm like, something feels a little wrong. There's something feels off here. So I go to my other ref. I'm like, hey, do you got something on this? What's going on? He goes, oh yeah, Tom threw the ball at him. I was like, okay, well, thanks for letting me know, kind of thing. And Kyle Shanahan's coach one of the teams, he's like, so I was like, we're just going to even it up, right? And Kyle Shanahan's like, you got to even that up. And I look at him, I'm like, yeah, we're going to even it up. As if that was my plan the whole time, but I wasn't going to. And then my third ref comes in and goes, oh, I have an illegal rush. And I said, we're picking that up. There's too much going on right now. We're picking that up. It's the right call, but we don't need that right now. And then we just kind of evened it up from there. So yeah, I think that definitely added to the beef that's kind of happening and will go on from now. So yeah.
But how many refs can say that they were part of basically an unsportsmanlike foul against Tom Brady?
Yeah, I think a lot of NFL refs, but none, probably a few amateur officials for sure.
I think he got a couple for lipping off over his career.
I'm sure he did.
But
I'm sure.
I don't think any referee could ever say they were in a dispute between Tom Brady and Logan Paul,
specifically that
on a football field.
That's crazy. There's that one screenshot of me between Tom Brady and Logan Paul, and I like kind of clipping that. My favorite caption is, the combined net worth of these 3 people is $980 million, and I'm in debt, right? So, you know what I mean? So, that's my joke.
So did Brady say anything to you?
I mean, he wasn't, he wants calls going his way. Sometimes calls didn't go his way, but overall kind. But he's an athlete. He's a competitor. That's how he gets to be where he is.
Right.
So in the heat of the game, absolutely he let me have it a few times. But at the practice the day beforehand and stuff, and anytime where flags weren't thrown, he super nice guy, absolutely.
So the competitive juices are right back
100%. And you don't take it personally, of course. It doesn't matter. He probably doesn't remember much about that, in those interactions, but because he's had a ton of them. But yeah, pretty cool experience for sure.
That's awesome.
So that's obviously a once, maybe not a lifetime, but it's a very special occurrence. But see, I got your contact information from Lori Ekdahl, who's been on our channels here before. She's been on the Hangout. She runs the Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football League. She mentioned your story. And so is that more of your, not full-time job? We know you work with officiating officials in Canada football, but is flag football more of your focus in terms of when you get on the field in the stripes?
Yeah, absolutely. I do a bit of tackle as well. I'm starting to pull back a little bit, just time-wise. I'm a new dad as well, so you prioritize your time here. But so flag football is just like, with Lori's league, I help train the refs, and now she runs an adult league that I help officiate there as well. So definitely more there, and I ref a lot of hockey as well too.
Oh,
so,
nice. Okay.
Big hockey guy. So that's
all right. So I think we'll probably focus on the flag football side of it once we get there. But we love the personal stories.
Sure. Yeah.
So what initially set you on the path of officiating?
I think I started when I was 13 with hockey, and I probably, and the guys said it yesterday too, the FIFA guys, it's like you start out a great way to make money when you're a 13-year-old. You know what I mean? I'd like the allowance from my parents wasn't cutting it, right? So it's just a nice way to stay in shape a little bit. I get to skate. My dad always calls it like power skating for free, which I'm sure he was happy about. You know what I mean? I get to go out there, I get to skate, I get paid to do it, which is great. So that's, I think, how it initially started. Yeah.
Now, Regina, as we heard from Lori, it was also a bit like, I believe that's the mecca of flag football in Canada. So is that what drew you to that? Was that the flag football game there was growing so much?
Well, it was pretty new. I started as a player for 1 year, and then I was like, this is great. I already have some reffing experience with hockey. Let's see if they need officials. And then from there, the guy who runs the league there, Mike Thomas, I'm sure Lori mentioned, he has this massive league. I think it was like the third largest league in North America per capita for flag football, which is massive. I think Quebec's kind of taken over in terms of that mecca right now. Quebec is like, you look at our national senior men's and women's team, and I think it's like 95% from Quebec because it's so ingrained in their system. They have such a good thing going there. Not to say Regina doesn't. Regina still has it. They just have a fraction of the population, right? So, but yeah, I think I caught on very early. It wasn't a thing when I started joining because I was a hot minute ago when I was 13, so around 18 years ago. So it was very small. Who knew that, one day when I started reffing this, there'd be NFL players on the field. So, cool.
And when it's in the Olympics in LA.
Yes, absolutely. In 2028.
2 years, 2020. Do you think you might get to go? Do you know yet?
No, don't know. I don't think selections have happened, but
you could get to go.
I could. Yeah. Potentially. Yeah. That'd be great. That's a goal, but there's a lot of good refs out there. So I'm in good company. Yeah.
Well, but how big is the referee pool, say, in Canada for an event like the Olympics to pull talent from?
We probably have a select, maybe like 5 or 6 that I think could absolutely do well there. But across the world, the States have a good handful, and it's really big in Europe, right? So Europe has a lot of good officials as well that will probably get the selection as well. But I think there's a couple Canadians that could definitely fight for that spot and do very well at the Olympics too. So yeah, I'll be in good company regardless.
Okay, so let's look, because I'm fuzzy on the flag football stuff.
Yep.
I've seen it. I know there's a whole bunch of hype around it, and I knew about what you were saying. Like, is it going to be NFL players, or is it going to be guys who are like, I'm an Olympic level flag athlete. I don't want to be bumped off the team. What is it? 5v5, 7v7? What is it?
There's a lot of different formats, from all the way from 4v4. I think there's up to 9 versus 9. Some have contact, some don't. But the primary format that you're going to see at the World Championships and the Olympics will be 5 versus 5, non-contact. So yeah.
How many officials are on the field?
4 typically, and then kind of like an alternate sideline one, almost like the sideline one for soccer as well. But yeah.
Okay, and how do they do? I know these are basics, but let's start educating people like me who are maybe fuzzy on it.
For sure.
What's a first down? Is it the same? Is it the points scoring the same? How does it work?
Yeah, no, the field is really small. So you take a current size CFL field, I'll say, and you can put 4 flag fields in the 4 corners of that. So the field is quite small.
Okay.
So you put 4 officials on that, and then the field, so you split your field into 4, and then teams have 4 downs to get to half, and then another 4 downs to score. So it's 25 yards per half. So it's a lot of downs to not gain a lot of yards, and it's a fast game. It's a high scoring game. Typically at the highest level, if defenses get 2 stops, 3 stops in the game, they consider that a success at the very highest level.
So
that's a lot of scoring. Yeah.
Game. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there kicking?
No kicking in this version of flag that you'll see.
And see, that's a great question, Reid, because I coach both. I have 2 daughters on 2 different teams in the Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football League.
Okay, nice.
And I coach both their teams.
Gotcha, yep.
So we were in a 12-13 competitive division, and then the other was in a 9-10 non-competitive. 2 different sets of rules.
Yeah.
And it was confusing for not just me, but the officials.
Oh, totally.
Because one of the things that is when you're getting close to half, when you're 5 yards within of half of the field, that's a no-run zone. If you're in that, so you have to throw the ball. So defenses know you have to throw the ball. because otherwise you could just hand it off and run up the middle and quickly get that first down.
I see. Okay.
So they make you change it up. But it's like, how hard is it for you? Because there are different rules for different age groups.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that the referees in our Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football League, they had a hard time switching from game to game and being like, oh yeah, sorry, there is no run zone.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard because when you're out there as an official and you're thinking about which rule book, that means you're already behind. That means you're not thinking about what's in front of you, right? So I know. Different leagues will have different house rules. Like that one you mentioned, that's more NFL flag type rule, and that's to kind of promote passing, right? Because it's easy to hand it off, but it's harder to teach a kid or a couple kids to throw and catch beyond the line of scrimmage, right? So it's a good rule for development, but it might not be the best rule at the highest level, for instance, because that's what it's not. So it's very difficult, and I hope we can get to a world where we do all agree on kind of one rule book that's good for development, but also good at the high performance level as well. So it's difficult, and I feel for those refs. I did their clinic, and they'd ask a question. I'm like, well, it depends what age group you're doing, and then when we go through 3 checklists, and that's really hard, right? But I understand why it happens, but it doesn't make it easy. So I'm sure you were kind to those refs when they, maybe made any particular mistakes.
I'm outspoken about officials on our show, every show. No, you try your best, because they are young, and it's a new sport. I'm sure a lot of refs probably started. Well, I'll ref hockey. I used to play hockey, and then if you want to try something in a different part of the year, a different time of the year, well, flag football's on the scene, and they need officials.
Totally. Yeah.
And, it's like, you can't really blame them.
Yeah, no, exactly. A lot of, like you kind of said,
new stuff.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of kids currently haven't grown up playing flag football, so then they don't transition to officiating where, like you said, with hockey, it's totally different. But hopefully that'll change. Alberta's a little behind on the flag football space compared to some of the other provinces, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Manitoba specifically. But they're catching up, I think, in a big way. So, I think they have a lot of growth coming in.
So when we think of tackle football, okay, we think of holding, offside / procedure, PI, stuff like that. What are the common penalties in flag then?
So for kind of newcomers, there's one called flag guarding. So typically tackle players who come in, or just like other football players, they want to stiff arm, they want to swat your hand away, but you can't do that.
Not at all.
Not at all, because like it would be absolutely impossible if I had a flag on my hip if I was just allowed to swat. So so that's kind of like your number one like new rule. And it's a non-contact game, so like pretty much any contact, and depends where you are in the world. Canada, North America, we let a bit more go just because we're used to, I think, tackle a bit more, and so it's a non-contact game. The other one, you have some weird blitz rules. So there's no offense and defensive line. So you have someone 7 yards away who has to rush. The quarterback, they have to declare by putting their hand up. There's a lot of rules around that I'm not going to bore you with.
So it's not a yard off the ball for the defense. They got to be further back.
They can be wherever, but
nobody's
if you want
that close, really, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Except the person that's 7 yards away. That is the designated rusher.
Oh, they have to rush. So they can't all of a sudden drop or something.
Instead of 3 Mississippi, they start at 7 yards away.
Oh, wow. And it's just an instant rush. Yeah, so that's probably like the most, if you're a tackle football fan, you come to watch flag, that might be one of the most confusing things is like, how is this person rushing the quarterback?
Why is the middle linebacker always rushing? Why doesn't he just stand up closer?
Exactly.
You don't have to, you don't have to rush either.
Oh, so he could drop.
Yeah.
Even if you put your hand up and declare you're rushing, you can fake out.
Can the quarterback
They can't run. No,
they can't.
But they only have 7 seconds to throw. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of just like back and forth. It's a defensive. So it's a good game. But it's a little complex if you're watching it from a tackle perspective. You might think like some of these things aren't go against my intuition maybe about what I see in this CFL.
So if a quarterback's in trouble,
currently they can just spike it to the ground to save time because you know what I mean, right?
To avoid the 7 seconds.
To avoid the 7 seconds or just.
But there's a way to get around that is when you drop, say, the receiver. And the quarterback turns around and throws a backwards pass to a receiver that also can be a quarterback now, but now that receiver can run.
Indubitably, yep.
And
so they can do a lateral.
Yeah.
You don't have to pass it beyond the line of scrimmage.
Like you'll have somebody catch the ball and snap the ball to them, and then they just turn and lateral it back to the quarterback, who's generally your best athlete on the team, fastest, can throw the ball. And then they can do whatever they want.
They've already found a loophple.
Yeah, well, but you look at like Team Mexico, for instance. They're known for having like triple quarterback sets. So they just go back and pass. Imagine us three just like passing the ball back and forth behind the line of scrimmage. We have 2 receivers running around for 15, 20 seconds, and then eventually they're going to get open at some point, and then you chuck them a ball kind of thing. It's really fun to see. And then you have Japan, who runs really like tight offenses where they do a lot of like I'll just say misdirection, a sleight of hand, and it's so hard to find where the ball is as an official and spectator. So you have these different countries with different styles. Team USA, Team Canada play pretty like meat and potatoes, like a good throwing game. You're not going to get too many tricks, but you're going to see some like fantastic athleticism. Not saying that you won't find that elsewhere, but we don't have as many tricks up our sleeve compared to some of those other teams who kind of rely on them and do them very well.
Okay, so, can you stick around for another segment?
Absolutely.
Just at the top there. Scott Woloshin is here. Talking about reffing flag football, and he's also the manager of official development with Football Canada. So we want to explain that a little bit further, because developing new officials is obviously really important. 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. Post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. You got a fan in there. You got a fan in there. This individual here. I'll.
Yeah, I posted on my socials beforehand. So this. Oh yeah. Hey John, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Appreciate you tuning in.
It's good you brought some people.
Absolutely.
Here's Betty with a sports update.
UEFA and its 55 member associations have officially announced they will no longer participate in FIFA-sanctioned competitions after reports surfaced that FIFA President Gianni Infantino is exploring the possibility of selling the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 of the CFL kicks off tonight as the Blue Bombers host the Lions. BC rookie quarterback Caden Salter is set to make his first career CFL start, while running back James Butler has been ruled out with a foot injury, opening the door for Amani Bailey. Winnipeg enters the matchup with a 4-3 record, while the Lions sit last in the West Division at 1-5. The Edmonton Elks have also released their latest injury report following today's practice. Offensive lineman Carter O'Donnell is available for Saturday's matchup against the Roughriders, while linebacker Nick Anderson is listed as doubtful. Out east, the Ottawa Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Lothar on the 6-game injured list with a quad injury. Ottawa heads to Montreal tomorrow night to take on the Alouettes. In the WCL, the Edmonton Riverhawks close out their series against North Paws tonight before hitting the road. The Edmonton will head to Kelowna for a 2-game set before wrapping up their regular season in Bellingham. First pitch is set for 7:30. You can catch all that action on Edmonton Sports Talk's audio streams. And elsewhere, the WNBA features a 3-game slate tonight. The Tempo welcome the Lynx at 6 o'clock, while the Sun and Sky tip off at the same time. The night wraps up with the Liberty taking on the Aces in Las Vegas. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid has a team of specialists, and you got a bag of frozen peas. At Say the Reid Sport Medicine, get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Ref Week continues on the other side of the break here. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I know that you're saying it's winning, that you need a winning culture. You need a head coach that needs to be the guy. And this head coach probably cheered more than the players did after they kicked that field goal. Yeah. Running around, headset off, all this stuff. Like, you see coaches like that in the NFL, and you're like, I want to play for that coach right now. Everybody in that locker room wants to play for that coach.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
2 guys and a goalie.
2 months away from the regular season opener. What are the Edmonton Oilers missing the most?
I try to look at it, single out certain areas. I try to look at an all-encompassing one-word answer. It's kind of an identity. I think they have to get to a place where everyone's playing a similar style, especially without the puck.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us. Often we bring in guests on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. We also love having people right here in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Scott Woloshin is joining us. He's talking about refereeing flag football and about his work as the manager of official development for Football Canada. So how do you get that job?
You know what? I went to the U of A, took their sport management program. It's called the BARST program, Bachelor of Arts in Recreation, Sport, and Tourism. I was a big flag football ref at the time. I'd already done like a world championship. And as soon as I graduated, pretty much, they were looking for someone to look after officiating. So Football Canada was. Okay. And so I kind of, you know what, a horseshoe fell from the sky and landed on me that day. And so I applied and I got it. And so I've had that, I think, for almost 5.5 years, almost 6 years now at this point. So it was decent at officiating, took the schooling for it, and then everything just.
Well, that's good. You got to stay in Edmonton. They didn't make you. Like, where's Football Canada? Where's their office?
So we have an office in Ottawa, but we are all remote. So I'm the only non-Ontario staff member, but and it used to be all in office, but now it's spread out, which is nice for me, I guess, in this case.
Okay, so how would you describe the primary focuses of that job?
So right now, like, again, with my kind of expertise in the flag football world, it's a lot of creating, and we just switched rule books. I'll save some info there, but creating a curriculum from level 1 through 4. Like, what does a level 1 flag, IFAF flag football official look like? And what is level 4? How do you get that? Like, you do e-learnings, clinics, exams, training. Where does that live? Where do those records live as well? And I'm doing a bit on the analytics side as well to try to, where are we missing officials? Which demographics are we missing across Canada, in certain provinces and certain cities and stuff like that? So it's a lot of, how do we get officials? Because every sport's hurting. I'm sure you guys have talked about it. I'm sure you've heard right before. So how do we get officials? What are the best practices and stuff like that? And kind of sharing that across the country from a lot of the talks I have. Yeah.
I saw an interesting post you made that there may not be a shortage of officials, but an oversaturation of the product. Why are we creating league after league after league after league where you don't have the official, the referee base to cover off one league, yet we're running 5 concurrent.
Yeah. And it's kind of a hot topic, kind of a hot take in a sense, because I never want to diminish kids playing sport. Like, that's fantastic. I grew up playing sports. I will have my kids playing sport. That's fantastic. But we run into this issue where, like you mentioned, we keep running new leagues and new leagues pop up. Well, these leagues, if they want to be like competitive or have some integrity, they need officials, but we're not seeing an abundance of officials. So I think in my one post, I mentioned that it's like buying a house you can't afford. I don't buy a $2 million house because I can't afford that. And I think sometimes we run leagues without looking at our bank account essentially and saying, wait, officials are typically an afterthought. And so I wish they were a forethought and just saying, hey, we do have enough officials, rather than we'll figure it out later. Because figuring it out later, usually we get potentially like underqualified or whoever, or one official, and that sets everyone up for failure. That official, it sets the teams up for failure. Coaches might not be as happy. They just have a worse experience. So I don't have an answer to be like, oh, here's this pot of gold of 100 officials just sitting in the corner waiting to be asked. But there's no easy solution. Otherwise, any sport would have done it. But yeah, I feel like I wish officials were an earlier thought when creating leagues rather than creating the league first, and we'll figure out the officials later.
Do you think, and I've asked the other officials that have been on the show this week, do you think that because flag football, especially in the capital region here, okay, it's more of a newer game, right?
Yeah.
And I've asked every official, is it easier to find officials that have experience in that sport? And I think for the most part, the answer is yes. And they are usually come in at a fast-tracked level.
Yeah.
Are you finding it harder to find officials because of just the lack of knowledge and game time for the sport of flag football?
Absolutely. Like we kind of mentioned earlier, there's no real successful athletes like in the Edmonton area who, from a flag football perspective, who come in going, oh yeah, I played the game in university, right? Where you'll see some tackle officials come in or players come in. I played U Sports. I played with the Bears. But flag football is brand new, and there's enough nuances that it is very different. So it is kind of like pulling from people who are just interested in officiating, and hopefully you like football, likely tackle football, but if we can kind of convert you to show you this off-kilter brand, like I hope and I guarantee you'll like it kind of thing. So it is hard to get officials in a sport that is, not widely known here, right? And I'm sure we're not the only sport that has that issue as well.
Is there you mentioned the different rules, but are there a lot of crossover with tackle and flag officials, or do you prefer to?
I mean, I know a lot of tackle officials who make great flag officials, and I know some tackle officials who don't like the game as much or the officiating style as much. Some people like the hitting. Some people like kind of the structured rigidity of tackle officiating. It's very like mechanics heavy, where flag's a lot more fluid. It's a constant running clock. So there's less kind of these breaks. It's you're a lot more involved. You run in the field a lot more times, where tackle you kind of stay outside. Both are fantastic. But some people are just more drawn. Like I like getting in there. I like running. I like being a bit more fluid.
Right.
Where I know the tackle refs who are really good that I know, very mechanics heavy, very just like poised, which I just don't have. So I just tend to, my personality, who I am, kind of it goes towards flag a bit more.
One of our themes for doing Ref Week, and this is I think of interest to a lot of listeners, because whether it's on TV or if they're watching a flag game in person, the conflict. The flag players get pretty heated. And how do you as an official handle, like how much leeway do you have? Like, okay, you had your say to like, okay, now you know what, I might have to give you a penalty here.
I mean, every official kind of has their own line for sure, of where they draw that. I think coming up in hockey in the amateur ranks, the Pee-wees and the U12s and going up, I feel like I got, my yelling out of the way. So when a flag came, I was like, oh, this is easy, right? Compared to flag. So it's definitely better than a lot of sports, but it's not free from the folks getting upset and passionate. It's competition, right? So one of my favorite lines that ref I worked early on with, that he was a tackle official. He said, I'm fine with almost anything you say, but if you say the word like brutal, like that call was brutal, that's my like, you're getting an objectionable conduct. And I've kind of carried that with me a little bit, like that's a brutal call. Boom. And a flag. I don't know. So every official has their line, and it kind of depends where, but that one was kind of the most drawn in the lines that I've heard of. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because I think a common theme from the officials we've talked to is that when an athlete or a coach crosses the line and takes it personal.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. That is the one line that is unacceptable.
Yeah.
You can call me but when you say, well, you are brutal.
Yeah. In hockey this past year, I had I'll keep it vague, but I had a coach say to our referee of the game, who he knew his dad, he's been a long time coach. He's like, oh, your dad wouldn't have made that call. And like that sent me off. Like I was like, come on, like you're bringing like family into this now. That's like personal, that's getting really, and like the referee, he's a good guy. He's super calm. He took it a lot better than I did, I'll say. So I kind of went off the rails, but he kind of kept it cool. So definitely went across that personal line. It's like, hey, we're all human here. Yeah. We're going to see things differently. All three of us will see the same play, maybe call different things. Hopefully we call the same thing, but at the same time, hopefully we have infinite catches and perfect defense too. But that's what I think we love about sport, is that uncertainty of outcome because of mistakes happening and stuff like that. So yeah.
Scott Woloshin here, joining us here for Ref Week. What's next for you? What's coming up in the summer? What's coming up in the fall in terms of reffing assignments for you?
Big in under 2 weeks. I think it's 12 days now. I head to Germany, head to Dusseldorf for the World Championships. So Canada's there, USA's there. I think there's I can't remember 20 countries being represented right now. So it's the World Championships. So teams who are in the top 3, I believe, USA automatically gets a bid. But this is now to get into the Olympics.
Olympic qualifier.
This is the first Olympic qualifier, and then if Then there's a qualifier happening in Montreal, I think in 2027 kind of thing. So this is like a first big step for not only is flag in the Olympics right now, but now we're going to be qualifying teams like in 2 weeks, right? So that's an exciting time. So I'm heading down there pretty shortly here, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We just had our ref crew meeting with officials from all across the world, from China to Germany to here to everywhere in between. So yeah, I'm excited.
Scott, we appreciate your energy and your passion. If somebody is listening to this and thinks, hey, ref and flag football might be for me, is there a website, email, where could they go? Yeah,
it kind of depends. I mean, assuming you're listening to this maybe in Alberta, Football Alberta will probably be your best reach out there. So, you can find them on social media. Football Alberta, they have their contact everywhere there. But typically with a lot of these leagues, if it's tackle, they have associations. So the Edmonton Football Officials Association, they have their contact there. For flag, we don't have associations. So if you see a flag league in your area, just type in, Sherwood Park Flag League, Airdrie Flag League, probably reaching out to the league directly, because that's kind of how most recruitment happens there.
Scott, this was great.
Yeah.
We love doing this. Every
Excellent.
segment we've done this week, we've learned a ton, and you added to that for sure. Thanks for coming in.
I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you so much.
The Scott Woloshin Ref Week here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? August 1st. Elks, Roughriders at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. The prehistoric party is back and bigger than ever. Presented by Purelator Tackle Hunger. Experience family-friendly dinosaur-themed fun all game long. All in support of local food banks. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city. Our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
I know I've been crowding you lately. I want to give you your space.
Who are you talking to?
Our basement.
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
UEFA and its 55 member associations have announced they will no longer participate in FIFA-sanctioned competitions after reports indicated FIFA President Gianni Infantino is considering a potential sale of the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 of the CFL gets started tonight as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers welcome the BC Lions. Lions rookie quarterback Caden Salter will make his first career CFL start, while running back James Butler has been ruled out with a foot injury, with Imani Bailey stepping into the backfield. Winnipeg enters the game with a 4-3 record, while BC sits at the bottom of the West Division at 1-5. The Edmonton Elks have released their latest injury report ahead of Saturday's matchup with the Roughriders. Offensive lineman Carter O'Donnell is available to play, while linebacker Nick Anderson is listed as doubtful. In the East Division, the Ottawa Redblacks have placed kicker Brett Loeffler on the 6-game injured list with a quad injury. Ottawa travels to Montreal tomorrow to take on the Alouettes. Over in the WCL, the Edmonton Riverhawks finish off their series against North Paws tonight before heading out on the road. The Hawks will travel to Kelowna for a 2-game set before wrapping up the regular season in Bellingham. First pitch scheduled for 7:30. You can listen to those games live on Edmonton Sports Talk's audio streams. And finally, the WNBA has 3 games on the schedule tonight. The Tempo hosts the Lynx at 6 o'clock, while the Sun and Sky score off at the same time. The evening wraps up with the Liberty taking on the Aces in Las Vegas. I'm Ben Thompson. That was your sports update. The final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Another home run segment for Ref Week. Scott Woloshin was in studio. He is the manager of official development with Football Canada, focused on flag football. I learned a ton from him. Young guy, energetic, very passionate. I mean, I'd love to see him referencing in the Olympics in a couple of years. Who knows? He's going to do the
World Championships
coming up here. Is it Germany? He said he was going to
Dusseldorf.
Tomorrow, Bud Steen, legendary CFL referee, scheduled to join us for Ref Week. It's been a really fun week. I don't know. We may extend it into next week.
I think we
may have a bonus ref or two, but we'll see what's going on with that. By the way, this portion of the show brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Kick off the second half of the season with a 5-game ticket pack and get a $25 voucher. Get your half-season pass today at goelks.com/tickets. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. So that would be for the 5 home games after Saturday, right? Because this is going to be the 4th home game. Yep. So you can get a 5-game pack for, a couple games in August, the Labor Day rematch into the fall. Incredible stuff. Elks looking really good. Portions of this hour presented by your Edmonton Elks. Go to goelks.com. Oh, it's the prehistoric party.
Rawr.
I'm going to have to get out my dinosaur outfit. Where did that come from? Did you play that, Ben?
What? I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
Oh,
what? That was the Max Verstappen song that Coob sent in earlier?
It doesn't actually sound like that. Yeah.
But what was the Max Verstappen song?
Well, one of us played it.
There it is.
That's it now.
That's the one. That's the one.
Oh, my goodness.
Which of these food items was not a part of the famous scene where MJ slips on a spilled drink and her food gets thrown into the air, but Peter catches all of them?
Right.
Not a part of the famous scene.
Okay.
So Jell-O, milk, banana, apple.
Banana.
Correct. Just in case you're just
Spider-Man
joining,
trivia.
we're giving a random Spider-Man trivia to Reid Wilkins, who's going
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Brand New Day.
No, you're going to love this. Speaking of science fiction premises,
okay,
that you're going to be like, how is that even possible?
Okay.
At the end of the most recent Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Infinity Gauntlet?
That was an Avengers movie.
Okay.
Infinity War. At the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange casts a spell erasing the knowledge from everybody's brain that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
So you're saying that'll carry over?
Yes.
So nobody knows he's Spider-Man.
Right, because Jonah revealed it at the end of the second one.
Yeah.
And then the third one, people knew his identity, and then he was like, I can't remember the whole thing, but
that broke my heart. The others,
but isn't that a good thing? Like, doesn't Peter Parker want?
But then he loses connections with a bunch of people, right?
He lost his girlfriend or whatever. That's
she was only with him because he's.
Well, no, she doesn't know him anymore.
That's pretty low.
She doesn't know him anymore, and then he sees her with some guy at a party, and it's just it breaks my heart, man.
Yeah, sorry, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Klima's lid says Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Spoiler alert, Reid. That's pretty good. Mex says this was from the back of a trading card. Spider-Man was once merged with which cosmic entity? I do not know that. I'll say the Living Tribunal. That'll be my guess. I don't know. You guys have asked me all movie trivia questions.
So what do you want?
I guess it's easy. Comic
book?
Yeah, like obscure comic book stuff or storylines. Well, not obscure. I don't know.
Good thing we have this thing called Google.
Yeah. Instant access. The off-topic topic for William Huff was, something you wish you could boycott, given that UEFA's might boycott FIFA events because of Infantino. It was Captain Universe. Thank you, Mex. Apparently. I don't know that character.
What comic book did Spider-Man first appear in?
Amazing Fantasy 15. Jay, thank you for looking that up. Thank you for getting a comic book related trivia question.
I know that's the easiest question of all time.
Okay, good.
It was kind of a joke.
Okay.
Yeah, you're missing the bit.
What was the first supervillain Spider-Man ever encountered?
Okay, so couple things here. I believe it was Chameleon, but they retconned stuff and then they made it, I think, Livewire.
From this one, I think it's Green Goblin.
That's not true.
Okay.
In the movies, it would be Green Goblin.
Yeah,
the first movie.
Son of a.
Stubrock says, I wish I could boycott meetings on Fridays. Clemens led boycott Atif AI songs.
Ooh.
NASCAR Nolan says this maybe was supposed to be a text to somebody that he put in the chat.
Uh-oh.
The office ordered way too much pizza for the quarterly town hall today, so I came home with 2 free large UFO pizzas for the family. What a win. Oh, no, I think he meant to share that. That's beautiful. Yeah,
can we give him a congratulations, Benny?
And Nolan is there in St. Albert on Donald Duck Boulevard.
Fancy 5 cents. He boycott wasps.
Yeah, that's
mosquitoes.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Wasps and mosquitoes.
This one comes in from Laurie Echtel. From Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football. Thanks for shouting out the SPYFFL, guys. Love to see Scott on the show. He's the best in the biz when it comes to reffing.
If you got us on YouTube this afternoon, you can post in the nasty chat. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We're getting to 100 thumbs, but do not delay. Get in there and click. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Jay and Reid's. I'm involved today. Play of the day is...
Yes, it is the Ottawa
Redblacks
to win against Montreal. That's been boosted to plus 240.
Be a
Reid
massive
had a
upset.
hunch.
I got a hunch for... This is tomorrow's game. This is Dusty. Dusty's calling the game. 6-1 Alouettes against the 0-6 Redblacks.
Wouldn't Dusty love that?
I'm calling a Redblacks win, baby.
This one comes in from an unnamed textor. Fun fact about Scott Woloshin. He directed the live broadcast for that Bears versus Carleton semifinal U Sports men's basketball game back in 2022. It was an insane one that ended in heartbreak for the Bears.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that. We would have talked about it probably.
You would have.
Yeah. Well,
I was only a mere furniture salesman at that point, Reid.
So one of the questions, I'm pretty sure Gene Simmons asked me that question. I can't believe I didn't save the audio. And then he said, so it was Amazing Fantasy 15, and it was the last issue. And one of his other questions was, what was Amazing Fantasy known as prior to that issue? So for the first 14 issues, it had a different title, and I didn't know. I think I guessed something. It was called Amazing Adult Fantasy, though it wasn't that pornographic, and then they changed it to Amazing Fantasy, and then they canceled it, and then that's why they launched The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah. Makes sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm excited that you're excited, Reid.
I hope, yeah. I'm at the point where this is the thing, and you know this about me. I will tell you how I feel about a movie. And if I say something is good, I don't get excited. If I think something is great or outstanding or really unique, I will get excited. But sometimes, like, how was the movie? I'll be like, it was good. And then people will be like, oh, you didn't like it? I'm like, no, I said it was good.
Right.
And they're like, well, you don't sound like you thought it was good. No, I thought it was a good movie. It did this, this, and this, but it wasn't awesome.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know you're going to tell us your honest thoughts about it.
Yes.
And I expect a full review. 3:20 tomorrow?
Well, whenever you want.
Yeah, I want to get to it. What does Majot think? Does Majot think this is going to be like a classic? Or is
I don't know, actually.
Like, what would be the biggest shock to you? Let me ask you this.
Okay.
What would be the biggest shock to you? That it's bad, or that it's, oh my goodness, that might be the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen?
The second one would be more of a shock.
Really?
Yes.
Because you hold Spider-Man 2 in such high regard.
Yes. And the first Spider-Verse movie. Yeah, here's what, and I can't remember if I said it on this show or not. I get the sense
you're worried that this might be a stinker.
Yeah, I'm worried it's going to be crap.
No.
I'm worried it's going to be crap.
Oh, God.
Because the Marvel has done a great job with their cinematic universe. The quality of the product has declined since Avengers Endgame. Because so much of the movies are done to set up other movies. They really had a plan to the first Avengers movie, and then through all the Thanos stuff and the Infinity War and Endgame. They really had a plan. Not every movie was good, but most of them were pretty good. And even if they were setting up other movies, each individual movie usually was good in occupying its own space. But now it's a lot of like, well, we want to do this, so we better introduce these characters. And we can't keep bringing back all these characters because the actors are getting older. We killed them off, so let's introduce other characters. Oh wait, well those didn't work, so we'll just abandon that idea. Like the Eternals movie, those characters will never see the light of day again. They want to build off that. So now Doomsday is coming out, and they've opened all these portals with all the multiverse stuff, and now they're bringing in the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And I'm just worried that this movie is going to be an in-between movie to bring in the X-Men and the mutants into this universe and set up Doomsday storylines that they'll forget about telling a good Spider-Man story. That's my concern.
So it'll be more focused on the future of the Marvel. Who are the other guys? Marvel, and then
the Marvel Universe.
But who's joining up here with Doomsday?
Well, they're bringing in the mutants, the X-Men.
The X-Men.
Yes.
So you think it
That's
might
still Marvel, but yeah.
It might be too focused on that reunion?
Or just getting them in.
Right.
And like, oh, hey, now we can just tell stories with all these people. Yeah.
Well, I hope it's good, Reid.
I hope it is as well.
Les Sweet says all Spider-Man movies are compared to the comics. Just my thoughts.
Well, it's a lot of bad comics. Too. Like, not all storytelling is great. Not every Reacher book has been great.
But you said,
but when he gets in one, he gets.
You think he's going to make it out of this?
I'm starting to think he will.
Really?
Yeah, I've started to think he will.
That'd be shocking
because he's survived some stuff. This guy broke his nose.
Reacher
had his nose broken.
How did somebody get close enough to Reacher to break his
Well,
nose?
he got over. If he gets outnumbered, that's when he's vulnerable.
Oh, no.
So he gets his nose broken in this one, and he's knocked out, and he wakes up, and he feels for his nose, and it's totally off to the side. So guess what he does?
Puts it back in place.
He just puts it back in place, and then he knocks himself, he gets knocked out again.
Nobody touches Reacher's nose except Reacher.
They're so good. I actually think if you read a Reacher book, you'd be like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Even though he always survives. I know you want characters to die.
I don't.
What else is going on here? Klima's lid. Is Klima's lid going to the movie, or is he talking about something else? Or is he going
the Elks game on Saturday.
Oh, well, that's also exciting. Well, we're going to talk about that with Jed Roberts. He's going to be on the Oil Country Towing video hotline when we get back.
UEFA and its 55 member associations have announced they will no longer participate in FIFA-sanctioned competitions after reports indicated FIFA President Gianni Infantino is considering a potential sale of the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 of the CFL gets started tonight as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers welcome the BC Lions. Lions rookie quarterback Caden Salter will make his first career CFL start, while running back James Butler has been ruled out with a foot injury, with Imani Bailey stepping into the backfield. Winnipeg enters the game with a 4-3 record, while BC sits at the bottom of the West Division at 1-5. The Edmonton Elks have released their latest injury report ahead of Saturday's matchup with the Roughriders. Offensive lineman Carter O'Donnell is available to play, while linebacker Nick Anderson is listed as doubtful. In the East Division, the Ottawa Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Lothar on the 6-game injured list with a quad injury. Ottawa travels to Montreal tomorrow night to take on the Alouettes. Over in the WCL, the Edmonton Riverhawks finish off their series against the North Paws tonight before heading onto the road. The Hawks will travel to Kelowna for a 2-game set before wrapping up the regular season in Bellingham. First pitch is scheduled for 7:30. You can listen to the game live on any of Edmonton Sports Talk's audio streams. And finally, the WNBA has 3 games on the schedule tonight. The Tempo hosts the Lynx at 6 o'clock, while the Sun and Sky score off at the same time. The evening wraps up with Liberty taking on the Aces in Las Vegas. Jed Roberts on the other side of the break here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The oil stream.
To say that McDavid doesn't win a cup in the next 2 years and then still takes $8 to $10 million below market value to try to make it work here.
Crazier things have happened.
I don't know if they have. I honestly don't know if anything crazier than that has happened.
The 12.5 for 2 years was the craziest thing ever. No one
This would be crazier
that.
Because you gave them 2.5 years, 2 years,
and then they messed up
and they blew it.
The oil stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey, baseball fans, don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd at Remax Field. Here's stories from former Blue Jay and Edmonton Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets now for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca, and we'll see you at the park. All right. Elks game, Saturday. Jed Roberts, Double E alum, highly interested in this game. Just had the baseball thing there, Jed. Do you have a favorite baseball player?
A what?
A favorite baseball player?
I mean, I used to go see my dad in the summertime, and he wouldn't sign me up for baseball, so I got as far as T-ball. That's about it. Like, I love baseball, but I could never play it because my dad wasn't motivated enough to sign me up for it. So that was one sport I never. Unfortunately, I missed out on that.
Yeah, well, football family, so I understand.
Yeah.
Your dad was probably like, okay, well, pursuing one thing seriously is enough. Good to see you again, buddy. How you been?
Good. I've just been working, enjoying the summer. You know, it's been an interesting summer in terms of weather, but you know, you don't have to shovel any of this stuff, so beggars can't be choosers.
All right.
Hang on, we got.
Okay, sorry.
We got to dive into something else before we get into this Elks game because we've been talking about it all show. As Reid is going tonight to the new Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you a big Spider-Man X-Men Marvel movie guy?
Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, I was really big into DC comics. I liked. I liked to read Sergeant Rock and The Unknown Soldier and Weird War. I was kind of a bit of a war buff as a kid. And so I like DC comics. I used to read Superman and Batman. And Marvel was something that, you know, I always looked at Marvel as kind of like they were trying hard to be DC. And they were, you know, I guess my favorite character in the Marvel universe was probably Iron Man to start with. And then over time, I think I got into some. I don't know if Iron Man is Marvel, is it?
Yeah, Iron Man's Marvel. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I really like John Byrne, the artist.
Yes,
when he did
Canadian.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was my favorite. But you know, then when the movies started kind of they ran out of material, so they started looking at comic books, and so it was interesting to see how everybody was interpreting. It was just weird to see how some of these iterations of Spider-Man have kind of come along, like the Spider-Verse thing was kind of cool. And, I'm with you. Like, it could be hit or miss, in terms of like what direction they're trying to take that franchise in. And it looks like they're going to try to take another run at the X-Men. And I am a little bit concerned that this new Spider-Man movie could just be filler, and could be just like a throwaway or something like that, which would be a shame because I don't think they've really done Spider-Man justice yet. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't really been a big fan of who they've casted as Spider-Man. I don't think anybody's really caught it yet because Spider-Man was a little bit sketchy and a little bit edgy, and they've always turned him into a kid, which okay, I didn't know they were trying to capture the younger audience, but I think Spider-Man's got a little bit of an edge that I don't think anybody's really managed to capture yet. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
All right. Well, I wish we could do a full interview on what you just said because you said some really interesting stuff. But let's go to football. I mean, we got a flashback because we haven't had you on since like last week's game. Jed, I know I'm in Edmonton and I want the Elks to do well, so I had emotion in it. But I really think that was one of the best CFL regular season games I've ever seen. That was just it wasn't just it had a great fourth quarter. It was non-stop big plays and back and forth.
Yeah, and they were shooting themselves in the foot with some, pretty bad mistakes there at the end of the game. And, this would have been any other year, they would have just lost. But this team has just got some measure of intestinal fortitude where they just refuse to quit. And that's something that we really haven't seen around these parts in probably 8 or 9 years. So it's encouraging to see the team playing through adversity. Like, they've got 3 of their top O-linemen out. I think they might get O'Donnell back this week, which would be awesome. Because with those 3 O-linemen that they're missing, they're just a totally different team up front. And I think that they're going to have to rely on scheme a little bit to try to spring rank. And I think I heard Rick Walters, a former EE alum, talking a little bit. I think he was on a radio interview where he talked about if Maximic was I mean, he's pretty smart, but I think it would be smart to just take the formation and start to spread it out a little bit more and not bring the receivers in, because that's what happens with Saskatchewan's defensive backs are pretty good at tackling. If you keep them out of the box, I think that Rankin will have a better shot at springing a long one. But man, Saskatchewan made some pretty bad mistakes on their back end there, where they let up a couple long ones. I don't suspect we'll see that again this game. I think there's a lot of pride at stake for them, and I think it'll be a good. It's always cool when you have a home and an away, and because the second half of it is really interesting to see how they adjust, and it'll be interesting to see what Saskatchewan decides to do if they keep trying to load the box and dare Fajardo to throw, because they did that last game and Fajardo answered the bell. So I think that he's pretty much shown that, you know what, if you want to load the box, then I'm going to go ahead and go over the top, and that's what we saw. But if you're going to load the box, you better play back end. You better have your man-to-man coverage up tight, because and that's kind of something that. The other thing that surprised me was Mac and Fajardo making adjustments on the fly there, where there were a couple of routes where Fajardo and Mac were like telepathically connected, because I don't know. And the one where Mac had to turn him all the way around to catch the ball. So yeah, that was one of the most exciting games I think I can recall seeing the green and gold play in a really, really long time. And I suspect we'll probably see more of the same this weekend.
Yeah. Jed, every game has its own story. Every game tells a different story. And last week's game in Regina was a shootout. It was back and forth. It was up and down the field. Is it just natural now, given the amount of experience of professional football that you have, to expect a different, maybe a more calculated style of gameplay this Saturday at Commonwealth?
Yeah, and I think for the reasons we talked about, I think that Saskatchewan's not going to give up those big plays on the back end. They're going to stay pretty disciplined in terms of like making sure that everyone's covering down on who they're supposed to be covering down on. I also think that Saskatchewan, I think with their running game, they really didn't get that going. They had it going sort of, and then their guy got hurt, and I think that he's still nicked up, and that's a different team. When they can't run the ball and they have to rely purely on throwing, it's a little bit of kind of like a chink in their armor. And I think that's the same for Edmonton. Like Edmonton's, they're trying to establish an identity as a team that enforces its will on the front line, the offensive line, and especially when they have their starting unit in. When they don't have their starting unit in, and they've got, for example, Corte, like he's a smaller guy at center, and I don't think he can like move people off the ball like Beard does. So they have to play a little bit differently, where you're playing more about body position. But when they have their starters in there, they just move people and they dominate them and they take them down, against their will. But with the guys that they have in, the backup players, and with O'Donnell, it'll help quite a bit. But they have to rely on positioning, and then Rankin has to find a seam and then kind of make whatever he can. But with Saskatchewan, they play a similar style with their running. Their running game is more. It's not one that's going to spring 25, 30 yards. It's more about taking 7 or 8 yards a chunk, and the next thing you know, you're in the red zone. So if their running game, if their starter is hurt again this week, which I heard that might be the case, then it'll be interesting to see. It could turn into another shootout, right? Like, because if you don't have a running game, you got to put it up in the air. So it's really cool to see Edmonton playing so well, and I think it's exciting, and I'm hoping that we can get that lower bowl full and start seeing some guys in the upper deck again. I think Chris was mentioning earlier today that if they get enough bums in the seats there, they might open up some portions of the top deck, which would be really nice. I think that this franchise has taken all the right steps in terms of putting all the right people in the right positions, and you're starting to see some of that come to fruition on the field. I think we're starting to see the Ed Hervey stamp on the roster. Hardworking, run first, physical football, but a little bit of an edge there. People physically dominant and wearing people down, and then at the end of the game making them submit. So that 57-yard field goal, that walk-off, I was not expecting that. I got to be honest with you. I was pretty sure he was going to miss that, but boy, he put that thing right through there. He probably could have hit it from 65. So that was. I don't think you can script it any better, but I'd like to see him keep it rolling.
Jed Roberts joining us here, W alum, joining us on the Reid Wilkins Show. As the show has progressed here, Saskatchewan has come out with their what would appear to be their final depth or injury report. And yes, A.J. Ouellette is listed as out. Roland Milligan Jr. also listed as out.
Oh, really?
That's a big part of their defense for sure. Jed, going back to that last game at Commonwealth where the Elks eked out the 1917 victory over the BC Lions, that was a game where the defense came through in a big way. The defense bailed out the offense to get that victory. Fast forward to then last week where the Elks offense was on point and they were going toe-to-toe, blow for blow with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and I feel like the Elks offense held them in that game and was ultimately what got them the win. How unifying is that for a team when you have different facets on different weeks stepping up to combine for what everybody covets is the W?
Yeah, you get called on, you step up, you make your play, right? Like it's next man up. And that's one of the things about when your general manager is good at finding the talent and you can just plug and play and bring guys in. I mean, Saskatchewan's going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to find a running back and they're going to have to put him back behind that line. And, they're a winning team and they're a franchise that prides itself on getting results. It doesn't matter who does it as long as the result is a win, right? So I think that's what Edmonton's striving for, and I think they're starting to show some really, really cool signs of having that ability to look around the room and, everybody in the room is capable of winning you a game. I remember when I first came here in 1990, it was the class of the league. You had all the best players. It was well known that the Canadian talent that we had in the league was better than anybody else in the whole league. And, when you see guys like Carter Kettle, from U of A, and then you got O'Donnell, who played a little bit in the NFL, and you got those quality Canadians that are just holding it down, and when they get in there and they make the big plays. The big players make big plays are made by big players, big time players, right? And it's just cool just seeing how it's a different guy, it's a different facet, it's a different way. They're winning all kinds of different ways, whereas before, years past, they were finding all these creative ways to lose, and they would always snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, but now it's the other way around. So it's kind of nice, and like to see it roll.
All right. Well, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a big crowd. It's always loud when the Riders are in town because they tend to bring out a few of their own fans, as you know. So this is a really good rivalry game. Jed, great to catch up with you. We'll talk to you again, of course, in the next week or two. Really appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Jed Roberts joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. As always, has his pulse on things. But like he said it, about in the past few years, they've snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yes.
Like what makes a good team? Is it that you can blow out a team 42-7 or win a hockey game 7-1? Or is it a good team if you're continually pushed, and you still win more often than not? I mean, yeah, the blowouts are nice. Sometimes a good team will really kick the crap out of a bad team. But, when I say show me a great team, I say I'll show you a team that was in the fire, maybe wasn't having a great day, maybe had to win with their B game, maybe their best player, maybe Justin Rankin didn't have 150 total yards, right? Maybe their stout defense gave up a couple of long bomb touchdowns and was getting beat more than usual, and you still win because Austin Mack has a huge game, because TJ Luther has the best game of his young career, because you're relatively young kicker makes an otherworldly kick at the end of the game. Like, you still win, right? Like last few years, I mean, how many? I know the Elks had some dramatic wins the last few years. I mean, the Queens Wave game where Dean Faithfull, last play, sure, but 3 games in a row before Chris Jones got fired, they lost on a last play field goal. Twice last year, even when there were signs of improvement, lost on a last play field goal. Now it's flipping. They're winning the close games. They're in those games. They have the depth. They have other options. So that's really sort of the core of this change here, right? Is the depth, the attitude, and then that keeps building. Belief is a thing.
Absolutely.
Somebody said it on our show. Was it on my old show? Somebody said late in a close game, are you expecting to win or are you waiting to lose? And no athlete's probably going to tell you in the moment, but sometimes you hear guys when they look back, when I look back on that season, I on the sideline, I thought we were going to win, But then when we got good 2 years after that, I looked back on it and I realized, I really didn't think we were going to win. And I think and I think fans feel that. Fans feel that, right?
100%.
I mean, those 2 third down botched plays last week, that would have been lights out. That would have been lights out in previous years.
Yep.
And I'm not saying those were great plays. Those that we've acknowledged that can't happen again, but they survived it. And I get it. We heard from a lot of fans. I saw in the chat on the postgame show, there were still a lot of people like, well, why are you talking about how bad those plays were? They were bad, but they won.
But they're part of the storyline.
Trevor Harris made mistakes too.
He missed a wide open receiver for the game-winning touchdown.
Stuff happened.
But it's part of the story, Reid, and it's part of the bigger story to say that they were awful. Those were terrible play. I called them the third and disasters.
Yes.
And yet they still found a way to come together at the right time and get the win. That is what champion teams do. That is what teams that can now go into the playoffs and postseason and say, this is nothing. We've been here.
Yes.
We know that we are the right team that can win these tight games.
Yeah.
And can I share something you said earlier, which has now become more profound to me?
Oh, wow, sure.
Is that if Saskatchewan is to take this game on Saturday, and now that I'm seeing their injury report, they've got 2 offensive linemen that are out. If Saskatchewan takes this game, I think it's going to be, like what you said, I agree, a tight one. But what did you say about it, the Elks win?
Well, okay, we were BSing off.
Yes,
there.
but
so this is off the record, everybody.
Well, but I think it definitely has a chance if this momentum that is built keeps building, and the Elks just control the game.
I said if it's a close game, Saskatchewan probably wins it. If the Elks win, it'll probably be they'll take it to.
They'll lay it on.
It'll
and what an encouraging sight that would be for Elks fans to see. Oh wow, the roles have really reversed here, because that used to be something that would happen to the Elks.
Yeah,
where they'd be in a game, and then fall at the end.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, or yeah. I mean, it's been fun to watch this year. 6-1. That's a great that's a great record, obviously. And yeah, they're going to be tough games. Saskatchewan, and Montreal, the next 2 games. Those 2 teams were in the Grey Cup last year. But opponents are looking at the Elks and saying, well, that's our tough game, right? Fans in other markets are looking at, oh, we still got to play Edmonton again, or for the first time, right? Like that, the Elks are shifting the narrative here.
Well, and what does this say about the word culture, Reid? We've had Mark Killam on 8 or 9 times already this year.
Yeah.
And it's culture. It's a double E standard. This is what happens when you get that culture starting to build. And when the standard is set and nothing below it will be accepted.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens. This is the byproduct of that belief, of that culture, when players are buying in. They expect to win on Saturday. Fully.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a pipe dream anymore. This is, let's now make a statement so there's no questions that could be asked. Let's make a statement in a game that everybody in the CFL is assuming is going to be a close one.
Yeah, well, after last week, this is the most ballyhooed game of the year.
Oh, wow. We've been taking your trivia questions all day.
Yes.
Winnipeg Kev. Reid, what is the Punisher's name?
Frank Castle.
Okay. I'm assuming that's correct because you were quite adamant.
Hey, I want to remind everybody about Feast on the Field. It's an event for the Capital Care Foundation. It's a one-of-a-kind dining experience. You step into a night of community celebration and creativity at Feast on the Field. This fuses great food, local talents, and heartfelt support for continuing care. It's August 19th at Commonwealth Stadium, okay? So capitalcarefoundation.net. And then I also want you to check out the Capital Care Foundation online auction. I got the page open right now. You got a getaway to Jasper. You got an Evan Bouchard jersey. Oh, you got an EST fan package.
Really?
Okay, so I think people know about Feast on the Field, but we want to give you a reminder here and check out that online auction, which includes some items from little old Edmonton Sports Talk. Pretty cool. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Can I do it? Jay and Reid's play of the day?
Yes.
Or maybe it should be Crazy Reid's play of the day. Yeah, I'm surprised you wanted to put your name on this one. Tomorrow's game, I'm taking Ottawa at 0-6 to beat Montreal at 6-1. Straight up, what is that? The money line? The foot line?
Money line, baby.
I call it straight up. Just Ottawa to win. No point spread. Ottawa wins the game. What happened?
Well, look at that.
There's like nothing between the goal lines at Commonwealth Stadium.
This game is
nothing.
moving.
Yeah.
They've opened up. I'm looking at the Ticketmaster site here, looking for tickets to Saturday's Elks game. They are going. Now, they've opened up the seats at the north end zone, but they're limited seats. Like, they don't go all the way down to the field because I think your view is obstructed in some manner.
Right.
So they've opened those up, and those are moving. So, yeah, this is going to be one heck of an atmosphere. I can't wait to come visit you at halftime, Reid. Rain or shine.
Might not be room.
Because I know you'll be there.
I will be in my seats. There might be too many people to work your way through.
Well, I'll sit on Louise's lap.
Hopefully it's not raining. But if it is raining, that's where I'll be. I'm glad you took such a joy out of that.
Oh, and it was if I had, when you wish you had a photo, like a snapshot in your brain.
Someone who could paint it.
I can still see Reid. Like, this is what I saw.
This was halftime of the home opener.
This is the halftime of the home opener. And just imagine that my hood is up and I look like I'm in personal hell. This is Reid.
But I was actually happy.
Oh, you looked really happy.
I was thinking about the game.
He just looked like he was just...
That's why I don't need a halftime show. I'm thinking.
Now, I will give you credit. When it is raining like that, the more you move, the more likely you are to get water in somewhere.
Yeah.
So you were hunkered down. You were attached to the seat.
There was no point
moving.
It was
dedication. And, you look just in a very joyous mood.
Tell you what. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. We need 20 thumbs in the last 10 minutes. So get in there and click if you haven't already. Send the show link off to somebody else. Get them involved. One final update from Ben Thompson, then words of the day for EPL.
UEFA and its 55 member associations have officially stepped away from FIFA-sanctioned competitions following reports that FIFA President Gianni Infantino is exploring a potential deal to sell the World Cup to private investors. Meanwhile, Week 9 of the CFL gets underway tonight as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers host the BC Lions. Rookie quarterback Caden Salter will make his first career CFL start for the Lions, while running back James Butler has been ruled out with a foot injury, with Imani Bailey expected to take over the workload. Winnipeg enters the matchup with a 4-3 record, while BC sits last in the West at 1-5. The Edmonton Elks have released their latest injury report ahead of Saturday's game against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Offensive lineman Carter O'Donnell is cleared and available, while linebacker Nick Anderson is listed as doubtful. In the East, the Ottawa Red Blacks have placed kicker Brett Lothar on the 6-game injury list with a quad injury. Ottawa heads to Montreal tomorrow night for a matchup with the Alouettes. On the diamond, the Edmonton Riverhawks wrap up their series against North Paws tonight before beginning a road trip. Edmonton will visit Kelowna for a 2-game set before closing out the regular season in Bellingham. First pitch is set for 7:30 with all the action available on EST's audio streams. Elsewhere, the WNBA features a 3-game schedule tonight. The Tempo take on the Lynx at 6 o'clock, while the Sun battle the Sky at the same time. The night finishes with Liberty facing the Aces in Las Vegas. Final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Austin Mack, Elks, wide receiver. What do you have to say to those that still are not giving the Double E and Cody Fajardo the respect they deserve?
Kind of something I'm used to. Similar in 23, I was with Cody and we were ninth in the power rankings, and now Montreal is a powerhouse. I feel like it's a similar situation. I'm with my guy again. Now we're one of the best in the league, and it's just about us going out here and proving
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW present All Shook Up, an afternoon tribute with the King, featuring 3 of the world's best Elvis tribute artists. August 16th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right, appreciate you tuning in. Tomorrow on the show, more Elks Riders preview talk. Bud Steen, longtime CFL referee, is going to join us for Rough Week. I'm sure many of you remember when he worked in the league. We'll have our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week, and who knows what other fun we will have. Hopefully a lot. Words of the Day presented by the Edmonton Public Library. Go to epl.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
First word of the day. Airy. Airy.
I'm going to assume it's this version. A-E-R-I-E. I don't know what this exactly.
Airy.
I don't know what this exactly means. Oh, is it? Is it some sort of a fictional creature? Okay, I need the sentence then.
From the lighthouse's Airy, tourists can get a bird's eye view of the rocky coastline.
So it would be the top floor of a structure, but almost like not bird's nest type of structure, but is that what it is? Okay. That's just it's so wrong. Okay.
So an Airy refers to the nest of a bird, such as an eagle or hawk, built high up on a cliff or on the top of a mountain. It can also be used for a room or building built high up so people inside can see things happening below them.
Okay. All right. I'm fine with that.
Second word of the day, sultry.
Are you kidding me?
Have you come at long, lad? S-U-L-T-R-Y. And sultry would be, I guess, basically like seductive and sexy.
Sultry means very hot and humid when it describes such things as seasons, days, and weather. When it describes things human do and possess, voices, poses, looks, and the like, it means exciting or capable of exciting, strong sexual desire.
Yes. Whose words were those today?
Mine.
Yours was yours.
My sultrous words.
That was a sultry list. Ben, how do I get to Penny Drop Lane for the movies?
No, Gumdrop.
Gumdrop, sorry.
Gumdrop Lane, you would go down Ray Gibbon. You want to go down Drew after they hit a right onto Drew, and then
Don't you have to go right on Laffy Taffy?
then you'll turn left onto St. Albert Trail, follow St. Albert Trail all the way to the Landmark Cinemas.
So 184th turns into Ray Gibbon. Is it Ray Gibbon or Gibbons?
Ray Gibbon.
Ray Gibbon. Who was Ray Gibbon?
I don't know.
Well, he's from St. Albert.
We have a nickname for it. I won't say on the air. But
like that's the weird. Like I know who Mr. 101st Avenue was.
Everybody does.
All right.
Ray Gibbon was a former mayor of St. Albert.
Well, there you go.
Served from 1968 to 1974 and briefly again in 1989.
Oh, incredible. Okay, we got to go. I'm going to Spider-Man. I don't know what you guys are doing. Have a good night. I'm having Ben Thompson and Jason Milne. Reid Wilkins. See ya.